Happy International Women's Day, everybody.
Happy
It's Bennington Show.
Women's Day.
The Bennington Show. I'm Ron Bennington. There's Gail Bennington.
Yo.
And I am Ron Bennington.
And I'm Gail Bennington.
All here today enjoying the... Oh, he's doing the bit. Vito, we were making fun of you and your fuck up at the beginning.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what happened now.
Doesn't matter what happened.
It's in the past.
Dude.
It's over, dude.
You fucked up big time, okay? That's all you need to know. You fucked up big time.
It's over for you, Vito.
You took International Women's Day and wiped your ass with it.
I noticed that you don't mess up on every other International Men's Day, which is all days, and you chose to mess up today. Now I feel like you're not even listening to
When's
me.
it going to be White Man's Day, okay? That's the day I'm looking for.
You guys need a day.
Should be 420, if you know what I'm saying, everybody. Welcome, everybody. And Gail, happy International Women's Day.
Thank you so much.
This is your day today.
I feel like you got a little spoiled, but...
Would you like a breakfast sandwich or a burrito, anything at all?
I was thinking perhaps a yogurt parfait, the favorite breakfast of all women. We love yogurt.
Could we get you some cottage cheese and a cling peach and some deep syrup? So Chris and I were working all last night on a show. It's about Gary Shandling's new documentary, and Chris is just doing the tweaks on it right now. I think it's going to play tomorrow, Chris.
Tomorrow around 12:30 p.m.
Well, it wouldn't be around 12:30 p.m. It would be around 12 p.m. We'll introduce it ourselves, but here's what we're going to do. It's Gary Shandling's special, and this was Judd Apatow's idea. We're going to play Gary Shandling's special, and then we have a listen live where we break in, and it's Judd Apatow, it is Sarah Silverman, and it's Wayne Fetterman.
So great.
Three of his friends, and we talk about, that 91 special, which is hilarious. And literally, what I love about it too is there's a time and place to it, because he was doing Rodney King stuff, and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot the early fucking 90s. LA was literally on fire with this shit. Everyone just acts like racism happened recently. No, 91, Rodney King.
That's when
Check
it started.
It out. And those three are, they're hilarious, but they love Gary Shandling in a way. If you guys did it, I died and you guys did a documentary on me, you'd be like, Ron was in here. One day I saw him smoking a cigar. It would be that bad.
That's how we would do it.
Now, we expected to have Disco Dan in for it, but it snowed yesterday, Gail. And Vito was furious about this.
Listen. I'm entitled to take my mandated snow days.
No way. Can I tell you something? In radio, we've always gone this way. Who's on hurricane alert?
It's not like
who's going to be here when the community needs you most of all?
See, we're not delivering mail here.
No, well, you know what we're delivering? Comfort.
Yeah.
And friendship.
People need a voice.
I had more than enough comfort on my couch wrapped in my blankie.
Yes, we're not about our own comfort, Dan. No one ever says we want to be here and be comfortable. We bring comfort to the people. Automatic for the people.
I feel like he's misunderstood your idea of comfort here.
No, yeah. Vito was furious about this yesterday, and he called you the P word. The P blank. No, the P blank Y word.
Let's not say it today, though.
But notice if Vito's being fucking that same thing himself, not bringing it up.
First of all, he was just posting all day about his comfort.
Who's he?
Dan Spaventa, Disco Dan, was just posting up all day about how he was just relaxing.
I'm not allowed to watch The Shape of Water.
How about you fucking come into work? You just had a 10-day vacation 2 weeks ago.
Dan, what did you think of Shape of Water?
See, okay, I liked it, but definitely kind of to me fit the mold of the Best Picture. Of course they're going to pick the movie where, a defining moment is when she finds him and he discovers the magic of movies.
They do like a movie.
Yeah, they do like a movie about movies.
Yes.
That's true.
And there's a lot of movie references, and she's a lover of movies, and there's a movie theater. They do love the romance.
Beauty and the Beast also was
there is some magic. You know, it's a magic art form. No other art form is magic. No one ever says the magic of painting, the magic of dance.
Even photography, which you think could be magic, but yet, no. We don't call it that.
No one even considers magicians to be magic. They're just called tricksters.
Charlatans.
Illusionists, Michael.
But you can't say gypsies anymore, right?
What do you mean you can't say gypsies? Where would that even come from? First of all, you can say gypsies. You can't use the slur for gypsy.
Yes. And you can't
There are gypsies.
Gypped someone. That would be
that's the slur. Sorry that feels like...
Oh, is that the origin?
Yes.
Yes, that's why it's not a nice thing. It's like some people say it, and then they have to be told it's offensive to some people.
Now, one time I was watching the People's Court, and this was like years ago when it was Judge Wapner, right? And there was a guy on there, and he was like, Your Honor, he tried to Jew me down.
Oh, no.
And Wapner goes, What did you just say? You got to be careful these days, Disco Dan. Everything isn't fucking, you know what I mean? Friday night disco, all right?
I'm trying to live in a bygone time.
Yeah, well, you're wrong to do that. You'll be called back up to HR as you've been known to be.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a bad boy, and that's my rep, and we all know it.
Your biggest rep is you're not a guy that can be depended upon when there is a thunder
snow.
Yeah.
You live on 90th.
It's 102nd, first of all.
And Chris and I, after the show, were outside having a little smoky smoke, and we heard the thunder snow.
Yeah.
And a guy is going into the restaurant, and he goes, "What the fuck was that?" And I go like this, thunder snow. You just experienced thunder snow.
Because of this amazing modern world that we live in, there were so many people who were just happened to be Snapchatting or taking video of the snow at the moment that some of the thunder snow struck. So people got it on video and everybody was sharing it because it's so weird.
It's
and
weird.
It still is very rare. I mean, it happens once in a while, but
it happens in a coon age, as they say.
Am I an asshole for sharing? No. But for this, for sharing a video on Instagram of the, right after the thunder snow, is that kind of like toolish to say, like, I was there, but I didn't capture it?
Yeah, that's really stupid.
Count. Would you just like put it on your face and, guys, I just saw some thundersnow a minute ago.
As long as it's on his face and not on his boxer shorts that he was walking around in all day yesterday.
You don't have to get dressed when you're at home.
Well, you have to get dressed when you're putting out an Instagram live.
If you're broadcasting.
You got to just follow their code of conduct and you're fine. Just cover up the
now who's the bad
privates.
Boy?
I am going to join the group of people here who hates you, Dan. Hey, but speaking of which, where's Denny been lately? I haven't seen him around for a while.
I haven't seen him either.
Huh.
Even when I did see him, I feel like he's just been quiet. He's barely been around.
I think he murdered somebody.
Oh, Jesus.
He's hiding something.
Yeah, murder. He's probably hiding a murder that he was caught up in.
Probably killed the family.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe he finally got punished for taking food from the upstairs kitchen. Because, people take that really seriously.
You're getting really odd, Dan. You're getting really odd, man.
Weirder by the minute.
Maybe I'm not odd at all.
I thought you were taping something today. Didn't you have a big show you're supposed to be taping?
Yeah, it got canceled.
Oh, did it?
Damn.
So I came in early, and then I was like, you know what? Guys. It's perfect Bennington time.
What guys were you talking to? You don't have any friends.
He's looking in the mirror. Guys.
Hey, imaginary friends. Guys.
You got to consult the guys.
And last night, because we stayed late and we're doing all this work, and I think everyone's going to like it. It's a Gary Shandling Listen Live, Judd Apatow, Sarah Silverman, Wayne Fetterman. But I'm going to give away something that happened. So I'm interviewing them, and they're like, earthquake. They thought they had a little earthquake.
Oh, that's so weird.
And you can see, okay, they've all lived in L.A. for a long time. No, not comfortable with earthquakes.
No.
Not comfortable with earthquakes. You would think, right? Like us, if we're going down the street and we see a murder.
Right.
We've seen it before in New York. Yeah.
No big deal.
We've seen it many times. A man that I can't believe outlived Barry Crimmins. Mitchell Walters is on with us. Mitchell.
Hey, good morning, Ron.
Hey, pal, what's up?
I'm sitting with my blankie on the couch.
See that?
There's nothing wrong with that word.
A legendary comedian is embarrassed by you.
The difference is I'm on Flat's couch.
Are you really with Flat?
Right now. What's up, brother?
Oh, God. You guys are too old for a sleepover.
They're sharing a blankie.
Yeah. What's going on in South Florida?
I'm just on vacation, so I go to Vegas next week. And I wanted to get away from the snow.
Mitchell, how could anything be a vacation for you? Your whole life has been a vacation for the last 40 years.
That's basically true.
Yeah.
You're right. And eventually vacations come to an end.
He could, yeah. You could actually stump him on like a television quiz if you showed him an alarm clock and asked him the name. He would have no idea what it was.
There's plenty of gypsies here in West
All
Palm.
right, Mitchell. The kid makes a lot of mistakes.
Well, no, there's a jewelry store down here, boy. I'm in West Palm with George. He's got a gorgeous apartment overlooking the water.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Sure he does. It's Florida. What's he paying for it? Find out what he's paying.
I think like $2,000 a month, cab fare.
$2,000, yeah.
No,
$2,000 a month.
That gets you a basement apartment in Queens.
That gets you nothing in Manhattan. That gets you homeless in Manhattan. What do you pay? What do you and your buddies pay on 102nd?
So we each pay like $960 each. So it's like a little under $4,000 a month
to live in Spanish Harlem.
That's right.
Wow. Uptown.
There are some whites in Spanish Harlem.
Okay, that's better.
Too many whites in Spanish Harlem.
Hi!
Oh, God.
How's the weather there today, Rob?
Oh, beautiful, Mitchell. It's thunderstorm. Thundersnow.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm driving back Monday. I'm going to drive back.
All right. Well, we'll look for you. What are you taking, a package back for Flathead?
Yeah, I got the big package.
Yeah.
Big package.
It's taped under the car. All right, Mitchell. Talk to you later, my friend.
Bye, Mitchell.
Bye, Gail. I'll be in Vegas with Tom Rhodes and Laugh Lounge, Ronnie. It's all about the Laugh Lounge.
Oh, Laugh Lounge is. Are you doing that show?
Well, if we get the venue, down here, Black Box maybe. But yeah, George's Laugh Lounge is Tom Rhodes will be on Sunday night.
All right, I'll be watching. That's on an app. You get an app and you watch it. Is that how it happens?
The app, yeah.
Okay, Laugh Lounge.
Laugh Lounge.
All right, thanks, buddy. Peace.
All right, buddy. Be good.
Try to watch Tom Rhodes on my phone then. Laugh Lounge. What is it? What's going on? I see him whispering in your ear and then you're moving papers.
Nothing. I'm just making sure I have plugs for everything today.
Hair plugs?
No.
He's got those.
For men.
Oh,
That's bullshit. This is natural.
Dan said you did.
At least I come to work.
he got you there, Dan.
You lazy fuck.
All right.
I can't really. Yeah, you're right. You did. I didn't.
Did all your roommates stay home too?
Just one, so it was like half and half.
You two were just cuddled up on the couch together?
Blankie time.
Well, he had to work from home, and
So
What
you're
kind of
the
work
only
you
one
do?
with the day off.
he works in computer programming.
I thought for sure he was a male prostitute.
No, because no one would come over in the snow for that.
Look, Jersey got 2 feet of snow, and Jen's here today.
Yeah.
2 feet.
Was she yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was.
She never misses. You know why? She has made a promise to radio.
Mm-hmm.
I have too, and that promise is I'll be here when the weather's okay.
You didn't even do that special you were supposed to do today.
Yeah, what happened?
We never even got to the bottom of that. Jen, thanks for being better than this so-called man.
Thank you for wearing a promise ring of Sirius XM.
And thanks for wearing a turtleneck.
I know. It's cute on you.
You better not have love bites under there.
No.
You didn't ask
It's
me
a
about...
love bite. Your life is going to hell. She just screams that at her. A woman who's obviously 40. She can get a love bite or two. There is a white in Spanish Harlem.
I'm gonna move though this year. That's the big news.
Yeah, where you Harlem proper?
I'm gonna move, to the Harlem River Drive.
Where you moving? Across 110th Street?
Yeah, I got a fun studio or something, man. I think I'm gonna live alone.
Really? You
Yeah.
need some jack off time, huh?
Yeah, I got to be able to jack off every surface, every minute, every hour. Before
Christ, man.
work.
Disgusting.
You watch
After.
the porn? Is that it? You're watching the porn?
Is it the porn?
Yeah. Where's your porn
Yeah.
spot?
I kind of just, you keep it easy. Pornhub incognito mode, you just go by the categories, nothing special. For me, it's utilitarian. I just want to get it over with. There's no like pleasure to this activity.
Sad.
If you were a citizen of Rhode Island, they are trying to pass a bill right now to say that anybody who wants to access porn on the internet, it's a $20 fee.
Does that money go directly to the girls?
No, it does
See, that's
not.
wrong.
Yeah, it is not.
It's like
Who gets
it's a
the money?
tax.
I think it's it's a sin tax. Actually, I think it's something like that, but I think that they also want to use it to fund, help with human trafficking and stuff like that. So they're trying to donate that money.
Sure.
But
just like when they took over the number from the guys on the street, and that money was going to go to the schools. And you ever see how great the schools are now?
Oh, they're beautiful.
now, is this the first thing that it is kind of showing its effect from the net neutrality change? I mean, this is not something that would have been possible before, correct?
No, yeah, I think this is because that
Now,
passed 3 months ago.
No
net
or
neutrality.
yes?
No, because of net neutrality, yeah, people are able to now try to pass these laws.
Wait, I'm
Can't
still
say
confused.
a negative
No
is
or
a
yes?
positive.
Yes, because of net neutrality.
But why do you say no then? First,
No, that was a good question.
I don't think net neutrality rules have taken effect yet. Maybe
no. Well, here's the deal. There's only 18 people in fucking Rhode Island anyway.
Right.
What are they going to? How much are they going to make?
Well, that's the other thing. It's just who wants access to porn? Everyone wants access to porn. So why not just say, hey, everybody, cough up $20?
Yeah, that would be easier than just fucking picking out the porn people.
Because that's most of us.
this could bring back the DVDs, the VHSs. This was the golden age, Ron.
I don't think it is. I don't think
No one
that's...
thought that was the golden age.
No.
It was
Was
really-
it film? Wasn't it when it was still on film?
No, the golden age would be now, where you don't have to walk into a place and say to someone, I'm here for some jack material.
Yeah, I start streaming my porn and everything's fine.
Streaming my porn?
Yeah, love streaming porn.
Did you
My
say
porn.
no, yeah?
I said, yeah?
You said no,
You
yeah, I
said
loved
no,
it.
yeah. Why do you do that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Dude, I went out, took these guys out for steaks last night, right? You'd think you would have some time. Hoover done the steaks so fast.
Oh, my God.
Ron gave Vito a piece of his steak.
Why would you bring that up?
Because Vito...
Why would you come in so timid? I've never heard such timid ball busting in my life.
No, this is shock.
Yeah, this is the thing.
This is shock.
Ron gave Vito a piece of his steak.
It was very peculiar to me. When I looked over and saw
Look,
an
Gary,
extra
it's no one's
piece.
fucking business if I shared a little bit of my steak.
The leftover steak was tepid by that time.
If you wanted a piece of steak, you should have hurried up, big boy.
Let me tell you something. This fucking guy eats a steak that if it was cooked for a second. He said to them, I want it really rare. And I go, dude, medium rare in a steakhouse is rare. Vito went medium rare, and he had a very rare fucking steak.
Yeah.
This guy goes super rare. The fucking waiter's even trying to warn him. He goes, look, it's going to be really dark all the way through it. Chris says to him, do me a favor. Knock off its horns, wipe its ass, and throw it right here on the plate. I go, A, you're not a cowboy. B, I can't believe he ate, it looked like muscle.
Yeah,
and ate it comfortable.
It was delicious.
Whenever I'm at a steakhouse, I always go medium rare. And to me, I've pretty much ordered it rare. Because that's something that happens all the time. If, like, when somebody goes to a proper place, orders medium rare or orders medium, and they're like, they send it back because they don't believe that this is what the real temperature looks like.
I ordered it medium, and he goes, okay, now that's dark in the middle and pink throughout. And I go, yes, rare. That's what so give me a medium. He went straight rare. If that steak was probably cow sushi.
It was purple pretty much on the inside. And it was great. I love it.
Sushi.
I love as rare as safely possible.
Did your body reject it?
No, it accepted it willingly.
Did you think in the future you should use a knife and fork? I mean, you look like a fucking timber wolf just tearing into a poor cow that you had ran down. I don't know what we were all looking up there. What were your sides? Double cheese sides?
It was lobster mac and cheese.
Yeah.
And then potatoes gratin with like bacon and maybe a scallion.
No,
that sounds healthy.
Yesterday we got the news, something that he's feared for a month, that he had cancer. He had lung cancer because they found a spot on his lung.
Yeah.
And he was petrified. Not that he stopped smoking at all.
No, I wanted to wait for the actual, let's look into this first. I'm not going to, stop smoking in between.
You weren't sleeping.
No, I was worried, but but I was very worried, but I kept smoking, yeah. So they said they thought they found something, went for 2 fucking CAT scans. Turns out, it's something from untreated bronchitis or some dumb shit.
Now the two of you have bronchitis, and you're trying to tell me, remember, he was like, oh, mine is chronic, it's not. You guys gave each other bronchitis this winter. You guys were as sick as I've ever seen them.
And you know what? Here's what's weird. They didn't get either one of us sick.
I know, because we were very strict with the quarantine.
Yes.
We were very
The quarantine will stay on that way.
Yes.
Good. Whether you're quarantined from us or for us.
And if you remember, Jen had to dabble in that zone, and she also got sick.
Jen, you got to stay away from them when they're fucking carrying their goddamn disgusting sexual diseases.
Should have made out so much.
Passing it back and forth. Ugh.
He
coughed in my mouth.
Yes, that was the moment. Like, Jen reported that she saw the moment that Vito got sick. And she said, I watched yesterday, you turned to say something to Chris, and he turned at the same moment and coughed into your open mouth.
I didn't mean to do that, but, that's the way it happened.
It tasted like tuna sandwiches.
Look, we're burying the lead here. We should be celebrating the fact that Chris was sure he had cancer.
You're right.
And now he does it. And I guess you were scared straight. You know now?
No, I'm still smoking. Still enjoying cigarettes.
They're
Chris.
aren't they?
Oh, they're great. It's just one after another. It's just instant gratification.
Why not, instead of fucking stopping smoking, they would come up with some kind of no cancer smoke?
That'd be fucking great.
That would be a guy whose face I'd be willing to put on the flag.
Finally. Yeah, so
we have that face spot
Let's
open.
get on it, Trump. You fucking want a trade war. Trade war against cancer.
Yeah, cheese, raw meat, and cigarettes is a way to celebrate. It felt really good.
But you're not drinking.
No, not drinking still.
Slugging down Coca-Cola's like
So you're still worried about the liver? Is the liver still a concern?
No, I just wanted to, just dry out after the Super Bowl. That's what I like to do every year.
But they did say, hey, this liver is not functioning.
Yeah, they wanted to take a look at
someone
the liver,
your age.
sure.
You see, you got your Super Bowl, the Eagles Super Bowl year.
I'm so excited about this.
And read the title, the witty title.
Philadelphia Super Bowl. Where? Vince Lombardi?
Yeah.
Finally! PH. You
That's
guys,
nice.
I'm so excited. I cannot wait to watch this.
Can you watch it with, or do you have to watch it with Jack, or would you watch it before?
I have to watch it with. We must.
I know you're going over to my house today, so you'll be standing outside while I'm enjoying it.
What? No.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
I can hear you guys in
on
there.
the road to victory. You'll just hear this. Oh no, I hope Phil's does good. Oh no, I hope there's nothing wrong with that knee of his. I hope Pennsylvania's going to be fine. Oh no, his ACL. Did you even watch the fucking Super Bowl, Dan?
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah.
You know what my favorite part of those DVD sets are, though?
What's that?
Those you know when they put the mics like on the field and you really hear the grunts and the smashing and the the head cracking.
Yes, I'd like just to hear them say shit to each other.
Yeah, I like the conversation.
I like to hear like, hey man, we got this, brother.
Yeah.
No one comes into our house. I would say the same shit, like, no matter which team you're watching.
He's helping.
Like in high school, that all seemed cool, but if I was like a 38-year-old man and someone was like trying to pump me up, I don't know. I can't get into that mindset of like,
we understand
an athlete.
you don't like this job. There's no job you're going to fucking commit to. I see you becoming homeless one day. So your roommates are kicking you out.
Yeah.
How come?
Well, no, okay. They all make more money than me and they want to get, like, everyone's going to get a 1-bedroom that's, like, nice.
So they're all moving up?
And, I'm going to move adjacent, right? Sideways.
I don't see you climbing this fucking ladder here.
Ron, I've gotten this far.
Yes. That's it. You're at the end of the line. This
is where it ends.
Your career path is a cul-de-sac.
Can I be an intern or something for you?
Absolutely. Did our intern stay home today?
No, we have Carly here today.
Unbelievable, Carly.
Killing it.
Coming in the middle of a fucking storm like this?
Yeah, not a quitter like Dan.
Listen, if I was an intern, I would have surely have come in.
You were supposed to record something with somebody today and they quit, right? And we won't say who it is.
He took one look at me and just said,
No, here's the deal. How does that feel to you?
Listen, I'm usually pretty great with the talent. They trust me with that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And this time, I don't know.
You think they just didn't like you?
What do you think? Look at me.
You had dry boots. You didn't like it. Hey, Alan, Sacramento.
Hey, buddies. Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Dude, you're a candidate for COPD, man.
Nice.
No, that's good, right?
Yeah.
Is that good?
That's like a degree.
No. You want to be carting around that oxygen collector when you're 50? Dude, put
It
them
would be
down.
nice to get an extra air.
Just have,
a little extra fucking breeze.
I feel like I would just be like, Chris, let me get a pull.
Yeah, here, take a hit off this.
Oh,
This is
so
good shit.
fresh. It's so fresh.
Could get you out of some social situations.
Like what?
Birthdays,
Work.
weddings.
Let me guess. Work.
Do you? The great thing about that is you can wear it in the pool. You're always worried about drowning.
It's your own scuba suit.
You just go on, just sit in the bottom of the pool. Stay nice and cool. Gary Shandling's Stand Up Live. That's tomorrow. Listen with Judd Apatow, Sarah Silverman, and Wayne Fetterman airs on tomorrow's show. And then after us, Don Jameson is doing a takeover, correct?
He's doing a takeover, and then they're playing his album throughout at 4 p.m.
I'll be listening straight through.
Me too.
Love Don Jameson.
Communication Breakdown is his album.
Communication Breakdown. I was actually bringing up to him. I'd love to do him and Florentine together. And
yeah,
talk
that would be
about
fun.
All those crazy ass fucking telemarketing things that they do. I didn't see this, Gail. Black Panther moves into the top 10 grossing films of all time.
Yes. It has not slowed down.
And yet not one person showed up to see the movie about Martin Luther King.
Yeah, but that's all real and stuff.
Yeah.
Hate to break it to you, Ron, but ever hear the word boring?
What is it? Martin Luther
Selma.
God,
Oh my God.
I don't want to be anywhere near you.
I'll just say no comment.
There is nothing boring about that story. It's unbelievable. Did you see Black Panther?
I saw it.
How was it?
I liked it more than most Marvel movies, honestly, but I had my issues with it.
All you guys act like you don't watch Marvel
I don't watch most of them.
You go to all of them. Vito goes to all of them, and then they're like, most Marvel movies suck. Most Star Wars movies suck. Most Pixar movies suck. And I go, why do you go to all of them then? Why, Vito? Why?
Because you need the complete story in the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I don't.
You can't skip an episode of The Sopranos, right? In these Marvel movies, they come out often enough.
These Marvel movies.
These Marvel. Let me tell you.
Hold on, Regis.
It's Marvel. It's marvelous. Every movie they make is marvelous. I'm going to go see every Marvel movie. Ma! Marvel movie starting! Ma! Let's go see the Marvel movie as soon as we can, Ma. I don't know, like, I saw on regular TV, not regular TV, but on demand, Thor Radamanuk or some shit.
Ragnarok.
Yeah, it's got the Hulk.
I go, how the fuck can I watch the trailer, I go, how the fuck can anyone watch this?
I think people said that was one of the better ones. I didn't see it. I saw Black Panther. I don't know why I did.
I know why you did. You're a fucking child. You go to every childish movie. I can't believe that you didn't go see Radamanuk. Is that the name of it, Vito? Ragamanuk?
It's close. It's Ragnarok.
Why is it Ragnarok? What is this, the fucking Flintstones?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
It's a Viking thing.
It's another planet. You're not a Viking if you live on another planet.
Yeah, Thor's an alien.
Well, sometimes they name the planets after, mythology and stuff, I guess.
But that wouldn't be their mythology because they were all from this fucking weird planet.
Yeah, but that's where the Vikings got their mythology from. That's what they're trying to say.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. Thor's a Norse god.
He didn't know that.
He doesn't know anything. Doesn't even know Hercules is a fucking
He
Greek
went to
mythology.
fucking New York City.
He's judging you on your
public
state.
school. By the way, now you got into your school through a test?
Yeah.
So there's a thing in New York City. They want to get away from the testing to go into specialty schools. They're like, we're not impressed by some kid who takes 2 years of fucking testing with a tutor. I'm like, that's not a good thing? They want people with natural talent, okay? They just want to walk around and find them, not based on fucking test scores.
So they just want to recruit?
Well, they're recruiting now with the testing. It's always recruiting in those specialty schools. But what they don't want is some kid who's really trying hard to get into it. I was fucking watching TV, laughing my ass off, going, fucking New York City.
That's
You're
hilarious.
one of a kind.
So this is college schools or this is like specialty high schools?
Especially
Wait, hold on. Oh, this is Trump was mad at Sanders yesterday. Said that he gave the porn stars steroids because they asked her about it, right? What is it? And she said something like, "Look, this has already been solved by a mitigator or something, right?
Something like outside, like
what would that be? What would be a good term for that?
Mediator?
Yeah, let's say something, but that's not it specifically. Which means he's saying, like, I didn't have anything to do with her, and fucking Sanders admitted, look, she can't talk because of this thing. They brought in somebody to,
Right.
And fucking Trump is pissed at her.
They're also saying because he never signed the agreement,
and then apparently his lawyer's been he signed it, but Trump didn't, and then the lawyer's been hounding her as recently as last week.
I think he signed it, but as Joe Piscopo, the same way he checked into the hotel that they stayed. I'm going to tell you this because I know everybody likes to jump on. I don't care who he banged. I don't care if he was with a porn star. I'll say this. That is business.
Yeah, that's the least of the worries.
Out of all the fucking problems, who's slept with?
But here's the question, right?
Yeah.
Why'd they pay her off? What are they trying to hide? He'd already. Mouth. But why would they have spent that much money and thinking that was going to do enough damage to him when he was at that point it seemed like he was going to lose, right? So I think the thinking and taking this story seriously is why did they pay her so much?
First of all, I'm just the opposite. Why did they pay her so little? 130 G's is nothing.
He's a billionaire.
You know how quick you can go through 130 G's?
I can go through that in 2 days.
Here's what he should have said. I'm going to pay 130 G's a year.
Yeah, then I'd be interested.
For me.
Annuity.
Yeah, get a little something for yourself, And I would have made her a beer girl at one of the fucking golf courses.
Yeah, something good.
Those girls get a lot of fucking tips.
I'll tell you, I would not be walking for 130. That's for sure.
No, 130. Look, if somebody
need to negotiate.
If somebody says, "Hey, you want 130?" I'm going to take it. But then they got nothing over me unless I take that 130. Exactly. That afternoon, I'll be like, "Yeah, man, whatever. You can seem cool." But after I get the 130, that's forgotten money. Vinny and the BX.
Yes, Ronnie.
Yeah.
The word you're looking for is arbiter.
And you know what you're looking for, Vinny? The prize closet.
Yeah.
The prize closet. Woo! Randy.
Yo.
Hey.
What's up, guys?
Hey, man, what can we do for you, Randy?
I'm worried about Chris Stanley's health right now, man.
Sure, we all are.
Yeah.
Even everybody in traffic.
Yeah,
is worried.
Larry from Traffic said he's worried.
Larry from Traffic has been expressing this for years now.
Gotta lay off the fucking alcohol, man. You gotta start shooting some H, man. There ain't no calories in heroin, bro.
He's very right. You never see a fat heroin addict.
Never.
Can't afford.
Fuck no, man.
Don't want it. Make a little something sweet later, you know?
Oh, yeah.
All right, Randy. Thanks for your whatever kind of news that was.
I guess health advice?
Yeah, that's our
Health advice.
Health advice
From Randy.
I'm Aunt G-Man from Charlotte.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Pepper, let me be the first one to tell you congratulations on the negative mammogram.
Thank you. My titties are clean.
Hey, Peppers, mammogram.
Ronnie, you know, it's kind of odd for a man to tell you this, but I've been thinking about you for 2 fucking days, man.
Oh, this is odd.
Been on a trade show down in Myrtle Beach, and the lady beside me trying to sell her shit was from Delco. I could not stop smiling for 2 straight days.
Because just that accent?
After conversation. Oh, it was so stereotypical. It sounds like you guys were in the studio. She, you know, forgive my shitty accent, but she just kept referring to how she liked to take her grandkids up to the lake, and they used to go on the water boat.
That's pretty good, dude.
You're doing great.
You're doing okay for yourself. My grandkids.
All right.
My grandkids. Now I'm at the trade show.
Right, I was smiling from ear to ear for 2 straight days, man. It was hilarious.
You should be, Doc. All right, thanks for that. It's very funny. Love the Delco accent. All right, folks, strap in. She's back.
Yo, Ronnie.
Yes, what's up, crazy?
I want to tell you about my friend Martin.
Uh-huh.
I was friends. Well, no, my friend was Martin Luther King, right?
Uh-huh.
Like really good friends. But he was better friends with that guy John, who was leading Selma. He's like the government of some state right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know who I'm talking about?
No idea whatsoever.
John, who was friends with Martin.
Okay,
who's the
John.
Governor. What?
Yeah, John that was friends with Martin.
Yeah, no, but John's alive now, but Martin died. But okay.
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
No, it's all right. My friend was saying and everything, but so my friend went to school with Martin, but Martin was like
Martin
10 years ahead of him.
Oh, gotcha. I just was thinking Martin.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, he went to
with
school
that
with Martin Luther King.
What's Martin's last name? I forgot it.
Martin Luther King? Ron, you won't believe this. He said he was a funny guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he had to get paddled in, my friend, to the fraternity, and he got blindfolded, and he got paddled in, and he said he turned around, and he said there it was, Martin paddling him right into the fraternity. And he said Martin always had people around him, and he would just crack jokes and shit. And he said he remembers when Martin died, he said he was in the taxi cab, and he was in New York City. And they told him, and he just busted into tears. But me and him is going to do, because I'm a children's book author too.
Yeah.
And me and him is going to do a book together called My Friend Martin.
About Martin Lawrence?
No,
Martin.
about Martin Luther King.
In it.
Shanae.
There's already
And
an
you know, so you know I'm a teacher, right? Like I'm a
Yes.
substitute teacher.
I
That
get
means like I'm like a teacher, but I'm like cooler, right?
Yes, that's how I think of you. This is the cooler one.
That's yeah, because I come in there with jokes. And then I was talking about Martin because I was in the English class and like he was up on the poster. And I told the girl, I was like, I know Martin. She was like, you're a liar. I'm like, I'm fucking liar. I was like, I know fucking Martin. I said, I know somebody who knows somebody.
Yeah,
who
you
knows
don't know.
somebody.
That doesn't mean that you know him. You know
Ronnie,
somebody who met him.
Okay. Can I ask you a question? I did a magazine article, right, for this guy who was friends with Martin. And it felt in my heart that I like actors, like when Tom Cruise plays like a Vietnam vet and he's like I was really in fucking Vietnam. That's like I feel like I was at Selma.
Well, you weren't.
Like I was marching.
Yeah. You weren't there, and this is why we don't go and celebrate Tom Cruise on Veterans Day. No one says...
The Scientologists do.
Who does?
And the Scientologists and the people in the white sneakers and the Nikes that shave their heads and cut off their dicks.
I was upset when all those NFL players were kneeling and disrespecting Tom Cruise.
Are you a Scientologist?
Yes. I am.
Gail, I gotta ask you a question.
Yes, go ahead, Jen.
This is fucking serious because I know like you're a feminist and stuff like this.
Okay.
Like, do you cause you're new age and shit? Like,
yeah.
Do you go genderless?
Do I go genderless?
Liz, like, do you fucking care? Like, if fucking people put
Can
you
I
in
just
a
tell everybody this before we move on?
No.
Now let me. Can I just?
Lesbian, which
Hold on for a second.
I know what genderless is.
Crazy Jen, hold on. I just want to point out to everybody that this young lady has a master's degree in education.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But listen, Ronnie, it took me 17 years to get out of community college, right? Then I got my bachelor's and my master's online. That's why I do daycare now.
Wait, you got it online?
Yeah, I got it online. But Ron, that shit was hard because like you had to be on group. Ronnie, yeah.
Yeah, you had to have good Wi-Fi.
You had to have good Wi-Fi.
Where did you get your degree? BuzzFeed?
No, man, I got it.
She not only got a master's degree, she found out which of the friends that she would be.
Oh, which one were you?
Phoebe.
I was Monica. Monica. All the way. I was but you can't. But let me tell you something. Nowadays, who doesn't have a master's degree and working at Walmart? Everybody got a fucking master's degree. You got to have like talent and shit to do shit like now.
Well, I thought you were going to be a stand-up.
People don't want lawyers and doctors. Go ahead.
What do you mean people
don't
want
like
lawyers?
Innovative people.
They want what?
That kind of. Them people. Like I was talking to the kids today. I was giving them a lesson, right? Because they got Apple phones, and I told them I got my phone at the dollar store. And I said, you know what my fucking phone does? And they said, what? I said, calls people. They're like, oh. And I was like, no. I was like, this shit's not funny. I was like, you guys, like, fucking technology, like, you could roll up TVs and shit now. Like, I ain't got that kind of smarts. I ain't Bill Gates smarts. Like, you got to think outside of the box.
You're not Corky smart.
I'm fucking 1985 smart.
Yes.
Where they were,
I was around in 1985, and no, you are not 1985 smart.
Yes, no. Ronnie, let me tell you, I was 1985 smart because Madonna got dropped off in Times Square, and look where she's at now with Guy Ritchie. See?
No, none of that's true.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
She didn't get dropped off in Times Square. 1985. She had already done Like a Virgin by then.
Yeah, Borderline had come out.
And her and Guy Ritchie have been broken up for years.
It was 1985. Prince, Madonna, you can't.
Let's take a walk back in time with Crazy Jen.
Degrees, C's will get you degrees. That's what I say. C's will get you degrees. You can't. I talk to any kid now. The one kid I talked to, he repeated, like, being a sophomore 4 times. He's like, I'm going to fix dirt bikes for $15 an hour. He sounded like Chris Stanley. You wait, I'm going to make $15 an hour. I'm like, yeah.
That's a good impression of that kid.
I thought that was him.
By the way, fixing dirt bikes is a cool thing to do.
Yeah, but these fucking kids are, like, in special needs. Ronnie, let me tell you, these kids are in such fucking special needs.
So's their teacher.
Ronnie, no shit. I fucking kid you not. We were having a lockdown, right?
All right, why don't you just say this?
And everybody was fucking... Okay. No. Yeah, go ahead. What you gotta say?
Just say to the kids...
I'm gonna finish my sentence.
Just
go ahead, what you gotta say? Ronnie, okay.
Hold on for one second. I gotta go to Chuck. Chuck, what's up?
Hey, what's this girl's name on the phone?
Crazy Jen.
Okay, Jen, since you got your degree to teach online, are you only allowed to teach in the AOL chat rooms?
It's a good line,
Chucky.
Jen.
Chucky, what are you, a fucking Walmart greeter? You ain't gotta fucking go to school to be that. Who's next?
Jen, first of all,
you're taking all comers.
Easy, Fight Club.
That's right. Let's go. Let's take off the gloves. Let's crack. See, let me tell you, Chucky, let me tell you something. 43 years to get my feelings hurt. You ain't gonna do it, motherfucker. Let's go.
Jen, hold on.
Ronnie.
Stop yelling my name. I'm asking you a question now. Didn't you say you were going to be a stand-up comedian in whatever county that was? What county?
In Bethesda.
And what's the name of this place?
Pastano's. And it was Pastano. I can't fucking get in there, man. I told the guy, I was like, listen, I was like, it's $10 a person. I saw that movie with Pete Holmes in it. It's not the same thing. I was like, I can't fucking hand out flyers. It's Bethesda. He was like, if you want to get up on stage for 3 minutes, you got to bring in fucking 10 people. And I was like, dude, I can't do it. He was like, let me tell you something. He was like, everybody wants to fucking tell jokes. This is what they said. And unless you know the producer of the show, you can't get up there. You can't do an open mic.
And is that right? Keep going, Chris. I'm gonna.
That's true.
Here's the thing about the comedy club: no outside food or beverages. They said allowed in showrooms. No advanced seat sales.
Mm-hmm.
Food. All persons in your party must be present. Can't hold a safe seat. Look at the number of things. If you leave your seat to hit the bar, restroom, etc., place something on your chair, coat, hat, car keys to show that your seat is taken. Do not tilt your chair on two legs to reserve your seats. Keep your chairs tucked in tight against tables.
I can't learn all these rules before going.
Yup.
Do not call the restaurant to ask if the show is sold out. Restaurant staff does not have up-to-the-minute info on our crowd side.
Yup.
Sold out really means sold out. Although you may see plenty of room to stand, we must obey. I've never seen anybody have so many rules. Go up a little bit.
And this is the only place. I was like, dude, this place is 45 minutes from my house. My fucking friends are not going to pay $10 to see me get up for 3 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, and I'm still working on my fucking jokes.
All right, let's hear some of your jokes.
All right, you want to hear some of my jokes?
Yes.
Because all my jokes, because I was telling Pickles, right? That's my husband. Is about my mom liking cock, right?
All right, so start just like, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring her to the stage, Crazy Jen.
All right, how y'all doing tonight? You doing good?
Good.
Doing good?
Yeah, good.
All right. All right, I just want to start off by fucking telling you guys, how many of you guys ever catch your parents fucking?
Never.
You ever catch your parents fucking?
Never, Gail.
I'm telling you, it's like watching a fucking episode of National Geographic. Like, you fucking want to look away, but you fucking can't.
No, when I watch National Geographic, I don't want to look away.
You can't fucking do it. And this is in the time, my friends, in the 80s, when you had to fucking unscramble Cinemax. Can't fucking do it. Now this is all fucking true, I'm going to tell you. Now, at a young age, I discovered that my mom, she really likes fucking cock. And now, I'm not just saying this. She loves fucking cock. Now, for my 10th birthday, she fucking had chocolate molds with dark chocolate in it as penis pops. So my mom, as gift favors, gave out black cock chocolate pops. She fucking worked at Carter. She did. This is fucking true. This is fucking true. My mom she loves fucking cock more than anything in the world. My mom fucking used to work at Carter Wallace, which I don't know if you know about Carter Wallace, but they make fucking rubbers. As a gift, she gave my fucking uncle bullcock rubbers to cover the oars of his boats with. See, and we lived right in the city. We lived in row homes, so she couldn't afford balloons. So she would give us fucking rubbers, which we would fill with water, and we would throw from the top balconies.
Sad.
Fucking, I know, it's fucking sad, man. Fucking rubbers all. Now, let me tell you, now she's a little pissed off because she's about to retire, and my step-pop isn't.
30-second red light on.
Yeah, I got the red light on?
Yeah.
All right, let me just finish up this joke. I know, let's pretend it's the yellow light. All right, now he's only 7 years older than me. Now, the reason I know this is because fucking when they met, he was teaching her how to fucking drive. But this fucking true, though. And that was going to be my whole fucking thing.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. Truth
is not bad, right?
It's only a part of what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
There still should be, you told a lot of sad stories from your childhood, but you didn't have any jokes.
Better. But you know what, though? It's not even, like, the thing is, this shit is true. And it's not even fucking sad. Like, the sad thing is, like, I fucking went to the therapist, and I had to fucking leave because I made her cry.
Yeah.
She was like, this is the fucking saddest shit. She
Is
was
this
like,
still
how
the act?
did you
I don't
not
know.
kill yourself by now? Huh?
Your way of talking and your act are the same exact thing.
That's good. You know, she has her own natural voice.
Oh, she does.
I do.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. If you can picture this, I fucking lean up against the wall with a fucking Diet Coke, and he tells me, he says, listen, he says, you ain't fucking pro enough to take the mic out of the stand. When you go up there, I'm taking the fucking mic out of the stand.
Who said this? The guy from Paisanos?
Yeah.
Why were you leaning against the wall with a Diet Coke?
You know what I mean? Like, that's how she delivers her set.
I know. I got fucking be me, man.
Yeah, you do.
I know. 3 minutes, Ronnie. I was so fucking close because I want to get good. I just fucking want to be
First of all, you don't not get good. You're already good. Second, here's the career thing for you. Go to Paisanos, right?
Right.
And just stand in the parking lot when the people are leaving. Just do your fucking jokes.
I'm gonna fucking do it. Are you fucking for real?
Yeah, I'm for real.
I'm gonna fucking do it.
Yeah. And that way you get the crowd and you don't have to come in with $100 worth of friends for 3 minutes.
I'm just gonna scream cock jokes in the fucking parking lot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, you think I can, and you know what? And how's this? And then that fucking cocksucker, which I don't fucking care because he ain't fucking ever gonna let me in anyway. He puts a post up for the DC Improv for the fucking open mic, but then he fucking has all the open micers. How am I supposed to fucking sign up if you got a fucking bunch of schmells up there anyway doing fucking open mic?
Right. You should go on after David Tell. That's, you know what I mean? You're already at that point. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you, I don't think that, like, I would be a good fucking headliner, but I think I could open up. I think that, like, and he was like, you should be terrified. I'm like, dude, I'm fucking terrified. I was like, I sucked already. I know. I already ran off stage. I'm not going to do that anymore.
Why did you run off stage?
Because the last time, because I did this with this fucking guy at that Ruth Chris house, right? Yeah.
What?
I did it at Ruth
At the
Chris.
steakhouse?
At the steakhouse, right? They gave me, I got a ticket for a free soda. And he had me standing, this fucking guy, on the trampoline with a piece of wood around it and the fake fucking microphone. Yes. Wait, it gets better. And then he fucking introduces me, and it's a lesbian convention. And I looked around and I said, I ain't got nothing. I said, I fucking got nothing. He was like, no, you got to stay up there for the whole 5 minutes. I'm like,
why
dude,
did you start
no
bouncing?
fucking lesbian jokes. It's all Anna Nicole Smith jokes. Because that was the thing.
Why Anna Nicole Smith?
I think they would have enjoyed that Your Mom Loves Dick material.
But I didn't realize how much my mom loved cock until like fucking 13 years later. It was about Anna Nicole Smith's titties and shit. Because back in those days, I would write jokes, but now I realize my fucking life is that much funnier.
You had that breakthrough that every comedian has. That's about honesty.
Let me tell you this. This is the thing. Like, how far do you go to fucking help the handicapped? Right? Here you go. Fucking handicapped guy, he's quadriplegic, right? He can move his fingers, for his fucking wheelchair. Well, his wheelchair breaks down in front of my house, right? So I gotta fucking push him all the way home. And then this fucking Chinese guy standing in front of my house, because I got 4 dogs. And I'm like, this fucking...
Good Chinese guy standing out there hoping to get lunch.
Yeah, he's fucking fucking just staring at my door. And I'm like, oh, he's going to fucking say I'm a good person. And he was like, you dogs bark. I said, your fucking babies cry. He was like, what? And he was like, you need to shut your window. Because that's how he really talked. He had a lisp. I was like, no, fucking dude, just move. And then the fucking handicap guy kept asking me to go over his house and help him. Now fucking quadriplegic. How far do you go to help the handicap?
I'm so lost. So I'm going to say we have to go to break right now, okay? But the material's great.
Hey,
it's really good.
Ronnie, can I do some stand-up for you?
Yes, you can. You just did.
You paused a little bit there, buddy.
Yeah, all right. I'm going to talk to you soon. Crazy
Bye,
Jen.
Jen.
That's the comedy stylings of Crazy Jen.
Wow.
What about a takeover with her?
Oh.
You know, if she's ever in she's in the building.
Yeah.
I think we'd love it.
Well, if you ever have a position open up for that.
Chris, could she stay with you?
No, I don't want her staying with me.
She was that close to having a takeover. Vito, could she stay with you and your mom?
I don't know if Leslie would be okay with it.
She'd be fine.
You live by yourself, Chris.
And you're not even home most of the time.
Yeah, you're staying with your
How
lady.
about a night that you're with your lady? She
Pinwheel
uses your apartment. Would that be possible?
As long as she doesn't take anything, yeah.
What is there to take, Chris?
Yeah.
How can you fucking steal air? Was she going to come in there with a box and just fucking slap on the lid as fast as she can?
There's some plates and a couple of glasses.
Look, I just looked up and finally saw that. I didn't know this was on here. Crazy Jen went to college with Martin Luther King. That's the what she called with. All right, we got a break here, Chris. Tomorrow is going to be Gary Shandling. Stand-Up is the name of it. It's a live listen with Judd Apatow. Sarah Silverman and Wayne Fetterman airs tomorrow on this show. We'll be right back, Bennington. Hey, it's the Bennington Show on is this Thursday?
It's Thursday.
It is, yeah.
Tomorrow, Gary Shandling stand-up live listen with me, Judd Apatow, Sarah Silverman, and Wayne Fetterman. That's on tomorrow, Friday. We just took care of that. Basically, during the last part of the show yesterday into the night, Chris Stanley produced and did a bang-up job.
Oh, thank you.
Did we retweet Molly Bean Radio?
Yes, we did.
Molly Bean, you remember Molly, the lone dinosaur on our show? She's running the Boston Marathon again. Killed it last year.
Yeah.
And she's raising money for the Spalding Rehabilitation Hospital. That's the Boston Marathon. And a couple of our listeners have decided to donate.
Scott Lewis and Mike Flanagan.
Oh, nice.
Scott Lewis and Mike Flanagan.
Be a donator.
Over on our thing, and that's Molly with a beard running. I just felt like running, she says. If you'd like to donate, off you go. Molly is, she's the greatest. She's the best we've ever had. She's 10 times better than Chris.
Oh, that hurts.
And you remember when it happened. Dude, this is the only while it changed my mind.
Yeah.
Beat her in the Boston Marathon. Now, you can't officially get in, but you can run along the sidewalk.
Okay.
And do your best.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of people on the way. I'm going to make my way through.
That's the only way to prove yourself.
That's being Boston strong, dude.
All right, I want to support Boston.
Is Denny stopping by? I know we tried to get Denny.
We tried to get in touch with him.
I just saw him down in the bathroom. His joke was table for one.
That's good.
And the reason why I was thinking about him, we got a email said to us, love the show. I'm a college volleyball coach. I drive a lot while recruiting. I started a playlist involving cities, states, or specific geography references in song. That I love to listen to that while I'm driving across the country. And Texas, which feels like driving across the country. I'll pose a question to you guys. What songs do you know that have great travel road trip songs that include at least 4 specific references, cities, states, counties, and a specific physical feature? My favorites are the ones that actually work the locales into the song. Bread and Water, Promised Land, My Texas. I've been enjoying those songs that are too on the nose, too. Living in America, I've been everywhere, and The Heart of Rock and Roll. If y'all got time, let me know. Otherwise, I'll keep laughing my way through my workouts. So, all right, let's...
That's difficult when you're saying 4 or more. Like, you can think of a million where you make reference to a city.
Right.
But I can tell you the only one that came to mind for me, and that was California Girls, because they're going through and saying
East Coast girls are hip by. That's a really great one.
Yeah. Then you're talking about North, South, and now making reference to California.
All right. There's always trucker songs like Shaky Town that tend to mention a couple places. I don't know if there's enough. And also Guitar Town, Steve Earle's song, because Shaky Town is L.A., Guitar Town is Nashville, so they have this tendency to sing like a couple of things. All right, Chris, you got one.
In California Love by Dre and Tupac.
Yeah.
They shout out like towards the end of the song like bunch of places in California.
All right, so go to the spot. We got to look. We got to look for 4 different. And I need Denny in on this.
Denny's coming right now.
I don't see him. I don't hear him. Yes. Vito, don't stand outside. All right, Denny, this is a tough one. We just got this email.
Hi, Denny.
And
hello.
This is, we need a place song, right? But it has to mention 4 different things. 4 different. Here's John in Tennessee. John, what do you got?
How about Steve Miller Band, Keep On Rockin' Me, Baby?
Oh, yeah, take it right from the top. This is a good one, because he's been at a bunch of places.
5, yeah.
Yeah, we're out.
5, very good.
Perfect. All right, now I just had another one pop in my head.
Good.
It's not necessarily like a travel song, but there is shout-outs to specific cities, and that's Sublime, April 29th, 1992, referencing where all the riots have taken
now,
place.
this is a little further deep into the song, right?
Yes, you got to go a little deep in.
All right, let's try it.
Here we go.
That actually brought me into Peace Frog by The Doors, Blood on the Streets.
There you go. That's another one.
Yeah. Look at this. Denny seems to be just on his heels during this one.
Well, those weren't hits, so I didn't know that.
Oh, they're all hits. Anything that's on the radio is a hit. You don't have to be old to be classic. Are you ready, Chris?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. This is from Craig, who drives a lot while recruiting. He's a volleyball coach. Playlist involving cities, states, specific geography references in songs. So that'll help you with mountains or rivers.
I think also the Chuck Berry song, Promised Land.
Promised Land he had on his list. That's a good call.
Yeah. I like the Elvis version, too.
Very good call. All right, here is Matt. Matt, Missouri. What do you got, buddy?
Yeah, it's kind of a long one, but Choctaw Bingo.
Well, if you go through it, this is one of my favorite songs of all time. But I don't, how long is the song? 9?
9 minutes long.
Yeah, and it's going to take that long to get all 4. But it is a road trip.
Right. Back to you.
This is like,
what about shorter?
Just go take a dump, though, Denny.
What about shorter? If it's like 2.
The shortest song was Stay by Maurice Williams and the Zodiacs.
How long was that?
It was just under 2 minutes, actually.
That's the shortest song of all time.
Well, I don't know if it's the shortest song of all time.
You just said the shortest song.
Hit.
All right, shortest hit song.
Yeah.
Here's Jim in Iowa.
Hey, guys. I was thinking Route 66, written by Bobby Troop, recorded by the Stones, Julie London, Sleep at the Wheel. There's maybe a half a dozen in there.
All right, let's take a quick listen.
Nat King Cole did a nice version, too.
Perfect. Here's D.C. in Virginia. Ironic when you think about it. We got you? Or we lost you? Okay, here's Derek in Connecticut. Derek in Connecticut.
Hello, Ronnie. I got a cheesy one for you.
Yeah.
Girls, Girls, Girls by Motley Crue.
First of all, I find nothing cheesy about that song, By cheesy, you mean fucking rockin' hard. Yes. All right, we already did April 26th. He's also brought up I've Been Everywhere, and he's brought up Heart of Rock and Roll. All those calls have come in, so we gotta move them along. But here's Leo in Long Island. Leo.
Hey, Ronnie, big ass card holder number 51. How about John Denver's Country Roads?
Oh, okay. Let's see if there's enough in there. Let's see if there's 4. Yeah, it's karaoke. You just fucking pissed off Denny.
You gotta play the original.
Let's go to Jesse.
Original hits by original artists.
Yeah, that's what we're after here. Jesse in Kentucky. And the way he rides the board, too.
Tight board.
Fire Down Below, Bob Seger.
All right, Fire Down Below. That doesn't even, I know the song, but all right, let's hear it. I hope this is what Craig is looking for here. He says his favorites are Bread and Water, Promised Land, My Texas, and he's a volleyball coach, forced to travel this nation looking for the best volleyball players he can possibly find.
Anything in there by Grand Funk? We're an American band. Any cities?
Let's try that, Chris.
Yeah.
I know these fine ladies had a plan. They was out to meet the boys in the band. I said, come on, dudes, let's get it on. All right, let's go to Aaron in Kentucky. Aaron.
Hey, what about Kokomo from the Beach Boys?
Well, the problem is Kokomo's not a real place.
No, but he mentions
Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh, I want to take ya.
Paducah.
Thing.
And the story was they wanted to have Brian Wilson on the song. And they called him and they said, we're recording the song Kokomo. Brian was in Atlanta. He said, when are we doing that? He goes, tomorrow. So it's like they kind of like got him out of the whole plan there.
Wow. That's too bad to hear. Yeah. Fucking Beach Boys,
They still have some problems.
Motherfucking Beach Boys. Here's our friend Lisa in Savannah.
Hey, Ronnie B.
Hi, baby.
How about Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo, on the floor?
J-Lo on the floor. Jenny from the Block brought us this one. What year was this? Do you remember?
This was 2000.
2000.
No. 2012 maybe? On the floor? Something like that.
11, maybe?
Yeah. You have the version with Pitbull? I like that one.
Now, is he an actual Pitbull? I never saw.
He's so popular.
Here's Andy in Illinois.
Hey, I can't believe that parrot head Chris Stanley didn't bring up Fruitcakes by Jimmy Buffett.
Ah, you are a parrot head, aren't you, Chris?
Never.
Chris.
You want to go to that Margaritaville fucking play that day.
Boom.
Boom. Coming to Times Square. That must be worked on it. You got it, Chris?
I'm pulling it up.
Why you sound so tired, though?
You're so sleepy.
Maybe he was shoveling snow.
All right, that's fucking straight. That was the wrong thing. Here we go. Here's Fruitcakes.
Okay. How far is he from Kokomo? If I'm going to go from Margaritaville to Kokomo.
Go to Jamaica, Aruba. I got to go straight through there.
You know, it's International Women's Day today.
Is it?
Yeah, you ought to be celebrating that on your
Helen Reddy
countdown show. Helen Reddy, I am woman.
Yeah. Peggy Lee, woman.
Yeah.
Because I'm a woman. L.A. Woman, The Doors.
L.A. Woman, The Doors.
Woman, Gary Puckett, The Union Gap.
John Lennon and Yoko. Woman
sure.
is the... Wait, you know what? I shouldn't even...
Just
we shouldn't even finish that one.
Yeah.
Still valid, though.
Well, I mean, could we also go to Lady?
Now, do you... Lady!
Yeah. No, so there was Lady by Styx.
That's
a song.
Did.
Yeah, that's a song that we have in the category songs with the same title but are different.
Songs at the same time. I like this because it starts with like a weird whistle.
Kenny Rogers has a song called Lady. Little River Band, Lady.
It was International Women's Day and keeping a woman under the thumb.
It is about female oppression.
Yeah.
Angie, how about you want to use girls' names?
No.
Oh.
I'm just saying you had a misogynistic song.
No.
On International.
What was that song also by Elton John about a woman?
The Young Girls Love Alice?
No.
What was it?
I can't say that word on the radio.
Oh, Bitch is Back?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know where you were going.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm glad it was the B word. I thought it was going to be something way worse.
Saying that song on the radio. I played it on AM radio.
Yeah.
AM radio.
Yeah.
And to say that then, We weren't even supposed to say Super Tramp at a radio station we worked at. Because Tramp, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tramp, yeah.
Were you able to play Crazy Bitch?
No. But we were able to play Otis Redding and Carla Thomas.
I'm a crazy bitch. Watch rock so hard you get on top of it, and I'll say.
Was that Buck Cherry?
Yeah.
I like that.
You like this song? Sing along with it, Kenny.
I don't know all the words, but I like it. I like it. It has a good beat, and you can dance to it.
Break me down. You got a lovely face.
Do y'all play?
Stones also have a good song called Bitch.
Freak me out. Oh, it's a great song.
Play that one. I like that song.
You get fucking laid. You want me to stay. But I gotta make my way. Hey, you're a crazy bitch, but fuck so good I'm on top of it. But I'll think I'm doing you all night. Scratches all down my back. You gotta run on. Hey. You're crazy, bitch. Fuck so good, I'm on top of it.
I was just thinking crazy bitch in Jenny's face, and I was like, this is maybe weird.
Enough of that. Enough of crazy bitch. We got a lot of stuff out there, though. But what's your next show? You doing this weekend? What are you doing?
I'm on the 70s on 7, Dennis the Menace.
Yeah, what are you doing? What shift? What time?
I'm 9 p.m. West Coast.
And you, 9 p.m. West Coast. And you come in every 16 songs and say something?
No, every 4 or 5.
Every 4 or 5.
Sometimes I like to crack the mic a bit more.
You counting them down in the 70s?
We count them up.
Oh, you count them up?
Yeah,
so
we have the legendary Casey Kasem doing
Yeah.
American Top 40. Man, that's a great show.
Why don't you just put your voice in with them like it's both of you co-hosts?
I always like Casey. Let me see, how many towns were mentioned in Moonlight Feels Right? I know there was Chesapeake Bay.
All right, let's put that up. Let's put up Moonlight Feels Right.
Chesapeake Bay.
Gail only found out about this song a couple years ago when we were on a family trip.
Song.
And she heard me and her mom singing along.
Yeah, and it was one of those weird moments where they knew every lyric. I'm like, how have I never heard this song before?
It was on that Yacht Rock station. They said this band raped and murdered some children.
No. Good Times, a great oldie, Starbucks. No, they didn't do that.
Oh my God.
Daddy's here from 70s on 7. You do more channels than that though, right?
I used to do 60s, but I was replaced by Tommy James. He does a show now on Sunday.
God, Tommy James is the best.
James, he's a good guy. Nice guy.
Yeah. Does he come in here to do it?
Yeah. He comes in, records some of the tracks, as we say.
God. Why isn't he in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
A lot of guys.
A lot of guys.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Right, but, Bob Kuban and the In-Men should be in my opinion. The Cheater, that's a great song. Haven't you heard about The Cheater? You know that one? Pull it up.
You know what I was actually
it's all Request Thursday.
Today was The Rapper. Remember the song The
By
Rapper?
the Jaggers.
Yeah. Because Donnie Iris. I heard it on
Aaliyah. Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Aaliyah. Yeah.
Remember
song.
I just played this song for you?
Are
you playing it? What are you playing?
The Rapper?
Yeah, this is such a great song. Townsend, we even counting that one.
So many.
You don't have a favorite song of all time, do you, Denny?
Favorite song?
Yeah.
Give me some
Chris,
juice.
you gotta put,
give me some juice so we can
juice.
cut loose.
Juiced.
Favorite song.
What's going on
of all
over
time.
there, buddy? You want to
Why'd you pull his juice
No,
down?
I'm good. I'm good.
I don't know.
Hey, you gotta fix that thing with me yesterday, too. I'm doing this thing for Gary Shandling, Judd Apatow, Sarah Silverman. Chris doesn't turn my mic on.
Wow.
Oh,
my mic pops on halfway through. And he goes like this. I go, Chris, what are you doing? He goes, oh, I didn't think you fucking mattered because all these big stars are here. I go, I got to plug when it's happening.
Oh, my God, Chris.
Always like the theme song to his show. The Gary Shandling
This is the theme to Gary Show.
The opening theme to Gary Show.
Gary called me up and asked me if I'd write a theme song. Then we're almost at the part where I start to whistle.
I always like the show after it, the Chris Elliott Show, Get a Life.
Oh,
what
great.
a great show.
When she was a kid, she loved Chris Elliott.
I was obsessed.
Yeah, his dad was in the show. That's where Handsome Boy Modeling School came from.
Handsome Boy Modeling School?
And they became a new wave group.
Did you ever used to steal jokes when you were on the air? Did you steal jokes?
You used to have joke sheets.
Yeah.
Remember joke sheets?
Oh, yeah. Like
you just couldn't deliver
quarterback.
it. Yeah, you just couldn't deliver it properly. No, you just won't do that.
You made a great living off of radio, haven't you?
Yeah, I love radio.
It's been a great fucking life for you.
It's all I've ever done.
You never had a straight job?
No. I'm sort of like, what's the guy from Shawshank Redemption? Stuart Whitman. Was it Stuart Whitman? Who was it? The actor who hung himself after he got out of jail.
That's exactly
Shawshank. He didn't know how to operate on the outside.
Yeah, and then his last words were, "Tommy James stole my '60s show." He was just fucking hanging there.
Yeah.
You gotta go buy.
I'm still doing fill-ins. No, I'm still doing fill-ins. I'm the number one fill-in guy.
Are you?
Yeah, I help out. Pat St. John's out. I'm there.
Yeah.
Flash Phelps is out. I'm there.
At this point in your career, though.
What's that?
I'm just saying, filling guy at this point.
What are you going to do?
Kind of breaks my heart.
Yeah, thank God I'm collecting a paycheck, really.
Yeah.
I've been fooling them for all these years. Why stop now?
Still, if you could call it a paycheck.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's Mike.
Don't call it a paycheck. Just call it a comeback.
Yeah. Here's Mike in New Jersey.
Hey, Ron, about dancing in the streets, Martha Mandela's.
Yeah. You just yelled that out. Hey, Travis, Virginia.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, Ron.
Yeah.
How about Living in America by James Brown?
All right, let's
Knock
take a
me
listen.
out.
Yeah. Hey, Ronnie. How are you?
So goddamn good. I'm in here with Denny, the fill-in guy. Fills in for just about anybody who needs a break. Right?
You got it. I'm here.
Yeah.
Awesome. How about the Beatles back in the USSR?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Controversial song when it came out.
Yes. All of it, where the paper bag was on my knee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but thrown up in an airplane.
Yeah, it was back in the USSR, Aruba, Tacoma, Jamaica.
Girl, I think of Jamaica.
Yeah.
What are we waiting for, Chris?
It's coming up.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello. Hey. How
Hello.
about Blues by Glenn Frey?
Ah, a little something off the Miami Vice soundtrack.
Yeah,
this was made
it's a great
specifically for Miami Vice.
Cool video.
Oh, everything Glenn Frey did was a cool video.
It was good. Not as good as the Ghostbusters video. That's one of my favorites.
I don't get it, Chris. I don't know where you're going with this one. Tom in Arkansas. Tom.
Weird choice, Chris.
Yeah, you have some fun, Chris.
I know, and then I say it, then he's just like...
Stop feeling fake pressure. Tom in Arkansas. There's one, Arkansas.
Yeah. Hey, guys. How about Truckin', Grateful Dead?
Interesting.
Truckin'.
Yeah, this is one you got to start from the beginning.
Another weird choice,
What
Chris.
about Arlo Guthrie, City of New Orleans? Did you mention any?
Oh,
did you
God,
mention
I love that
any
song.
towns in there?
I love
Taking
that
a
song.
spin, Chris.
Yeah.
Now, what's your pick, Chris?
City of New Orleans.
That's a train's name, though. It's not the
Yeah.
city, Chris. Don't get panic about it.
Son.
Boy.
This
That's
isn't
racist.
what. Chris, why would you play that?
There's white people sleeping in train
Yeah.
yards, not just blacks.
Yeah.
The fuck is you?
Gutter punks.
Yeah.
Why didn't you bring up gutter punks?
Yeah.
I didn't think of the gutter punks.
Most of your songs are fucking racist.
Yeah, and none of them have places in them. You're making some weird
Never
picks.
enough places in these songs I'm picking. Like a fucking idiot.
What are the songs we got there?
Hey, I gotta tell you this thing that I got.
I don't like that. I don't like that dead air.
No, I know you don't, dude. They're not gonna jump in either, you know? It's not like
No.
the old days. You got to
jump
keep
in.
it fucking
You
lit
let
up.
it breathe over here.
Yeah,
you know
we
what I'm
should.
saying? Keep it breezy.
Yeah.
You
Let them wear
you
it.
worked in any stations if there was dead air and an alarm went off? Do, 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 do.
No.
I worked at an AM station once. If there was in the middle of strawberry fields, it goes. Transmitter would dump because there was no compression.
How
going
fucking
through
worried were they? It was second.
Yeah, who cares?
it. So I took it off and edited.
I got
Sometimes
this
you
from
need to
Kathleen
compose
from
it.
the Bronx, writes an email. Looks like I forwarded you something by accident just now. I was half asleep on the phone with Brian. He was on his way to work east. I was attempting to send him an email from a hotel booking and it looks like that shit went right to your way somehow. Nice work, thumbs. Imagine my horror. What a maniac. Kindly disregard. So that I said to him. And I looked and there wasn't anything. And I go, I swear I didn't get anything from you since you wrote to me about Randy Bachman. Don't worry, I didn't see your 1920s styles nudies meant for bri.
Little cheesecake is what she gives. She always just gives a little cheesecake.
She gives them a little bit, you know, it keeps it fresh.
Yeah.
That's why they've been able
Give
to
them too much.
been able to stay married now for over 45 days. Well over now I come to think of it. Jim in Nebraska. Jim.
Hi, Ronnie. I got a couple of them.
Well, one will do it. I mean, Denny's here. Say hi to Denny.
Hey, pal.
By the time I get to Phoenix,
That's one.
Time we get to
Glenn Campbell.
Yeah. You like Glenn, do you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Was talking to Alice Cooper about Glenn Campbell the other day.
Yeah.
Loves him. Loved him.
I always like some True Grit movie. It was with John Wayne.
Used to it.
If you want to support International Women's Day today, go over to the iBank. 5 things to do. Binge listening to Gail Meets Girls is one of those.
Nice.
A binge listen.
I love it.
Nothing like a good binge listen. You into that, Denny?
Sure. Binge the day away.
Sure. Matt in Pittsburgh, what's up, buddy? Hey.
I got one for you.
Yeah.
Rambling man, Waylon Jennings.
He's quite the rambling man.
Wow.
Four. Yeah.
Done. 4.
West Virginia.
Get out now. Fran in New Jersey. Fran, what's up?
Hello, Bennington.
Hey, darling Fran.
There's an that I love, John Pizzarelli Jr. He's a wonderful jazz guitarist. He's the son of the jazz guitarist, Bucky Pizzarelli.
Mm-hmm.
And John has a song called I Like Jersey Best.
All right, let's take a listen.
It's 8 minutes long.
Yeah, but it's an instrumental.
No, it's not instrumental. The lyrics read like the exits on the Garden State Parkway.
All right, let's take a listen, Chris. What are you waiting for?
And I like that it's 8 minutes long. It's just 8 minutes long going through all the rest stuff.
It's fun for me to listen to when I'm driving through Jersey.
Listing of exits. It really is. The chorus is just a listing of exits, and it's really fun. You're driving on the Parkway, and you can hear the song and see all the exits.
I'll try to match it up with the exit. I'll try to drive the right speed to hit every exit on time. Like it's a little patio. Thanks so much, Fran. Bye.
Thank you.
Well, Chris, I know we have to break. We have somebody coming in, or we're just not signed in yet?
They're not signed in yet.
Oh, more than one. So this is going to be like a mystery guest, right?
Please.
Talk about tomorrow, Chris. Tell us all about that.
Tomorrow we'll be airing.
I mean, nice and loud so everybody can hear you.
Tomorrow we'll be airing.
It's too loud, Chris.
Tomorrow we'll be airing the live listen.
Deep and masculine.
Of the live listen of Gary Shandling's 1991 HBO special. Gary Shandling Stand Up with guests Judd Apatow, Sarah Silverman, and Wayne Fetterman.
How does this work? We kind of jump in the middle of this?
We'll be talking with Judd and Sarah and Wayne and playing Gary's special. Gary Shandling Stand Up.
Now, while I was talking to them, we had an ISDN line set up. A little earthquake. They had a little earthquake.
Really?
And then Wayne just said to them, relax, we're over top of a parking lot.
You felt the earth move under your feet.
Under your feet, yeah. Wow. Remember that? Carole King?
Yeah, I do.
How many places in that?
No, here's the thing about Carole King. Was she an actual king?
No, her real name was Carol Klein.
Jew.
Yeah. And Neil Sedaka did the song Oh Carol.
Another Jew.
And then she did an answer record called O'Neill that really didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, because everybody thought it was about an Irishman.
Yeah.
Thanks,
good St. Patrick's Day song.
Thanks.
I just thought of another one, but it's spread out through the whole song.
No, we got all the time in the world. Our guest is late.
I believe that in Paul Simon's America, you hit 4 different places.
It took me 4 days to hitchhike from Saginaw. At 1.
We've all come to look
Boarded the Greyhound in Pittsburgh.
2.
Michigan seems like a dream to me now.
Okay. Yeah. Saginaw, which is in
Aruba.
And then New Jersey.
Counting the cars in the New Jersey Turnpike.
Counting the cars.
Toss me a cigarette.
Denny, thank you so much, buddy. Always great to see you.
Thank you.
Denny.
Thank you. Enjoyed
Fabulous.
my stay.
We'll break. We'll be back. The champ is here. It's Bennington. The champ!
Ow! Ow!
Let me tell you something. Truer lyrics have never been written.
It is.
Before. That is amazing.
The world champion.
Yep.
Does that still amaze you every day, Judah, that you're the world champion?
You know, when I travel the world and kids from all ages, adults from all backgrounds, people from countries that you never heard of, people from countries that haven't even been formed yet, when they all come up to me and they worship me and they get that smile on their face.
Yeah.
When I tell them, sorry, I can't take a selfie right now.
I won't do it.
You know,
they're still happy.
They're still happy, you know. And
How many continents have you been to?
right now it's at 15.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I didn't even think
Twice as many as anyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you can't read everything that you see in books.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you got to just get out there and see the world.
Get out, travel around, maybe you see what's going on.
It's like, oh, this is what a book told you. This is what the atlas told you.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's already gotten their new atlas for 2018, right?
Yeah.
You know,
I got mine.
everyone does that. That's how technology works now. And,
Yeah.
January 2nd, that atlas arrives at your door, and you
Yeah.
read it, and then you know what's going on in the world.
Right.
Theoretically. But
Yeah.
sometimes it's a great book, but sometimes they're wrong.
Yeah. Every once in a while, they make a mistake. Well, it's great to see you. You're traveling around doing comedy, bringing joy all over. Chris, where's Judah going to be?
Judah, the first or second week of April, Judah will be in Athens and Atlanta, Georgia.
I like to keep people guessing.
Yeah.
So sometimes the dates aren't confirmed yet.
if you're
but it
in
looks
Athens,
like
keep it open.
I love Athens.
I haven't been there yet. I've never performed there. I've never been there. I heard it's great.
Gorgeous town. Gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful town.
So I'm trying to line something up there for, April 10th-ish.
Yeah.
It's not confirmed yet.
April
All right.
10th-ish.
Yeah.
Well, keep
And
Chris
then-
up to date on that. Because
And then April 11th-ish, Atlanta, I'm looking at.
And then April 14th, Los Angeles.
Yep, at a new venue, where, I'm not saying yet because the tickets aren't on sale yet, but it's going to be exciting. New venue.
April 18th, in Vegas at the new Comedy Cellar at the Rio.
Has that opened yet?
April 5th, I'm told it opens.
Yeah.
So I'll be headlining there, April 18th, 2 shows, 7 and 9 p.m. And
I was told this is going to look like the Cellar here.
exactly like the Village Underground. At the
Oh,
Cellar.
the Village.
Yep, gonna look exactly like
That is bizarre.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I think
strange.
it's great.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Except
yeah,
for when you go home and get a cab, you're like, oh, I was in New York.
That's a long cab ride. Yeah. So no, I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
Vegas has really good Mexican food. And, I always go to this place, Roberto's.
Uh-huh.
It's 24 hours and it's attached to a gas station. It's way off the strip.
Yeah.
Man, that's some good stuff.
Yeah, we love it.
And then April 19th to 21st, Judah will be at the Moon Tower Comedy Festival in Austin, Texas.
Yeah, and you're going to be there too. Yeah.
So it'll be fun to hang out.
Yeah. It's going to be great.
And do you know what you're doing there in terms of sets or no idea?
I'm doing 3 solo shows where I'll be doing an hour or longer. And then I'm going to be hosting a all women's show.
Wow.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. So I forget what night that is, but yeah, so I'm doing 3 shows of my own and then 1 other show I'm hosting.
Well, I'm going to definitely come to one of your shows too.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be good.
You know, I'm like a little kid when you're working. I just think you're hilarious.
And
Well,
Austin, Texas is a good town.
Yeah. Well, it's
Also good Mexican food there.
Yeah. You're going to be eating a lot of Mexican
this year.
Yeah.
That's all I eat, man.
Yeah.
It's my new thing.
Yeah.
Now I'm just doing my part, to help combat some of the, evil policies of this government.
Mm-hmm.
And, some people protest, I'm just eating a lot of Mexican food.
Just straight Mexican food.
Yeah, I figure that's probably the most important thing that can be done. I mean, I can't think of one, you can protest, you can, march on Washington, write your Congress people, but eating Mexican food is probably the most powerful thing you can do.
Who is the politician who not too long ago said
That was Trump. It was Trump.
Was it Trump?
He said
Was
Happy Cinco de Mayo and he's eating a fucking tostada.
No, I mean...
It's like, yeah, great. Thanks, guy. You really got it.
Yeah.
No, I mean the politician who said, you gotta watch out, their culture is very strong. They'll have a taco truck on every corner.
That was one guy.
Why would that be negative?
Yeah.
I think, you could have chosen anything to say, but you chose something that I think we can all agree would be a great thing.
I'm on the other side of you guys because I own a bank. And this has been a really good time for me and my people.
That's fantastic. Let's not forget about the forgotten bankers of the world.
Yeah. We're also a minority.
Yeah, I mean, oligarchs are a minority.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are their rights? They're not the majority.
No.
They're the 0.1%. Who's standing up for their rights?
Yeah, hopefully our government. Hopefully our government is there to make sure that not only will they be wealthy, but their children's children.
You know what? I've decided all my shows in Moon Tower, Austin, Texas, I'm going to donate all the proceeds to the top 10 oligarchs in this country.
Oh, that's really sweet.
They're discriminated against. They have a lot of hate coming their way, and let's just spread the love. I love misguided activism. It's one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
And then the other is when Hollywood appropriates the activism to act like they really give a shit about people. That's one of my favorite. Like when they did that Pepsi commercial, solving racism.
Best thing that ever happened.
It's really good.
Because they always, to me, Hollywood's very right wing. People always say, "Oh, it's left wing." It's like it's owned by the biggest corporations, and it is become
right.
Like even the comedy business has become like really corporate. You know, it used to be more just certain individuals making decisions, and now it's these giant, corporations focus grouping everything, and that's not really good for comedy.
Well, if you even think about most Hollywood movies, it's always a lone cop who can solve everything but with a gun. You know what I mean? Like, and then they go, those left-wing liberals. Yeah. I'm like, have you ever watched these films at all?
Yeah. That's one of the greatest myths that the right wing's great at propaganda. I think they're great at it. And one of the great ones they have is that Hollywood is a bunch of lefties,
right.
And it's really not. It's really
no, of course not.
I don't think. Yeah.
They only just got around to making minority films within the past, few years.
And now that, Black Panther's made a fortune,
right.
Hollywood's like, oh yeah, we just love making all these movies. Yeah. It's like, well, it's because it's making you money and because politically it makes you look good, but it's not like it's there from the beginning.
Right.
It's like a false kind of activism on their part.
No, of course. It's every week is listed what film made the most money. Mm-hmm. That's as fucking capitalism as you could get.
Yeah. And that's an interesting point because I think I talked about this before where we're in a country and kind of a world now where quality and quantity mean the same thing. They used to be different things.
Right.
But now, hey, if you got the number one selling thing, that means you're the best. Like nobody even argues that, well, maybe that's popular, but maybe it's not really the best quality. But now it's like generally considered the same thing.
McDonald's is now the best hamburger.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. About 3 weeks ago, I started getting into McDonald's again. Too.
Really?
Is that right?
I'd go to the cellar, and then after doing the cellar, there's a McDonald's around the corner. It's 24 hours. Cheeseburger, 99 cents. It's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, it's a pretty fucking good cheeseburger, dude. I don't know if they've gotten better over the years.
You know what they did? They decided to go fresh.
Oh, really?
After all these years.
They don't do like frozen patties anymore?
They say they're not. They say that
I actually prefer a frozen patty.
Yeah.
I'm like a germaphobe, so if that meat ain't cooked enough, I don't want to get sick.
Yeah.
So I like the shit frozen.
Dude, I got news for you. I saw Chris eat a raw steak last night.
Yeah.
I've never seen a steak this rare.
That's the way my dad likes stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where'd you get the steak?
Downstairs.
And how did you order it?
I just ordered it rare. Then they offered to give me a hot plate to cook it more. I was like, no. Please.
This is true. So we'll come in on a hot plate.
They even said, please at least let us heat the plate.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even like hot.
No. It was like a room temperature slab of meat.
Was any part of it browned or grayed slightly?
It was like purple. Like the inside of the steak was
and there was a hook on the end of it.
On the outside? That's
there was a quick sear on the outside.
Right.
I'm gonna go throw up for an hour outside. But no, that's the way most people like. I mean, if you're a steak eater, that's considered considered cool. It's when you get it well done that people look at you like, all right, what's your problem?
It was the steak version of sushi. It really was.
It was so good. I love it.
I never saw a steak as rare as what you ate last night.
It was great.
And he, enjoyed it.
Yeah.
There wasn't, I was watching
not
his
regretting
face.
his
like,
decision.
just say, like, you know what? Maybe if you could just warm it up for me. No.
And the guy was shocked when I said no warm. I stopped in mid-sentence like, no, I want the fucking plate cold. I don't want any more heat on this thing except for a fucking sear.
We should make a movie about you, dude. You could be the new Death Wish.
Yeah.
But
people always talk about going on a raw diet. Most people think that means vegan. It doesn't have to mean vegan.
Yeah.
It can be meat also.
Perfect.
Yeah. Going raw.
Can you give me a bloody chicken to go along with this?
Dude, the next step, that is the next step.
Yeah.
Is eating live food. Like you actually just start
biting into a chicken.
Yeah. You just start. You walk up to a cow and you just start munching on it, dude.
I mean, I like it already when it's dead. It has to be better alive.
Yeah, it would have to be. You're right.
You get all that
Because
energy.
You're using logic.
I mean, it's fresher that way. You'll get more nutrients.
Yeah.
You know?
I like nutrients.
Have you ever heard these people at these juice places where they actually say you have to drink it within 30 seconds
Yeah.
or else it loses its nutrients?
Really?
Yeah. That is got to be some of the biggest bullshit I've ever heard.
I put my mouth right underneath it, just like wheezing the juice. Pauly Shore style.
You know, Pauly Shore actually took me to a juice place once in
Did he
LA.
really?
Yeah.
Did
It
he
was
reference
hilarious.
wheezing the juice or?
No, but it was like, he took me to this place and it was just, boy, what a weird day that was. It was,
Dude, you guys should have been filming Judah and Pauly Shore together.
Really should have.
Yeah.
It was like he was teaching me how to like get recognized as you're driving your car. And I'm like, I don't want to fucking get recognized. It's like, dude, gotta roll down the window, look around, say hi, smile a bit, man. Yeah, he was like super nice, but I'm like, this is really weird, man.
That's awesome. That really makes me happy.
Yeah, it is because he's straight Pauly.
Because now it's just like, now if
It's
I
like not an act.
Yeah.
like if I see him, I'll feel okay to be happy to see him. Like I
be
won't
glad.
worry.
Yeah.
He'll
I
go
won't
to
worry,
lunch
like-
with you.
Yeah.
He really will.
Yeah.
But this is how weird Pauly's life is. His babysitter was Sam Kennison.
Yeah.
His
That's
mom
so
used to
strange.
say to Sam, who was working the door, could you watch Pauly tonight? And Sam would say, okay.
It's amazing.
How
Amazing.
weird is that?
Yeah.
But what a life, growing up at the
That
comedy-
guy should write a book or
Yeah.
a series or something on,
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
just, his whole life story, just growing up there and his dad being a comic and,
Oh, yeah.
It's like, it's an amazing amount of history. And that place is doing great now, too.
Yeah, that
So,
place is back in a big way. And
Yeah,
it,
it's
for-
awesome.
it struggled for quite a while.
The whole LA comedy scene struggled for so long. I lived there in the early 2000s and for a couple of years and it was grim, man. But
Yeah.
it's really come to life. I mean, it's so much better than it used to be. I mean, it's a really good scene now, which is great.
Well,
and it should be.
Yeah, even the Cellar in New York was in trouble for a while, right? For a couple of years.
I remember in the 90s us having a meeting. They called a meeting for the comics during the day. This happened at least 2 or 3 times. And it was trying to figure out how do we get an audience in here.
Wow.
Yeah, because they would do one show during the week. This is like early 90s. I didn't work the weekends there yet. I just did late night there. And this is when they had late night. And by late night, I mean they would have a regular show booked with paid acts from 9. I think the last paid act was like 12:45 or 12:30. And then from like 12:45 or 1 a.m. to 2 a.m., they would have usually newer comics doing shorter sets, like 5 to 15 minutes or whatever. So, and those were unpaid spots. Initially, they were drink spots. Then they became food spots. And then they became paid spots at a certain point. So, yeah, but I remember like us having a meeting and they're like, how do we get people in there? Cause sometimes the show would start with nobody. Sometimes it'd start with 6 people. And then by 11, it might be 100 people in there. It might be 50. It was like I
have no idea what was going to
It
happen.
just had a flow where people were just coming in and out, throughout the night,
And what kind of comics were you talking about at this meeting? Who were some of the names?
Pretty much all the guys. I mean, all the, I shouldn't say all the guys because a lot of the comics who work there now weren't there then. But, I was there, probably Ben Bailey was there. I don't know if Bill Burr was there. He might have been. Attell, certainly. Then guys like, I think Mark Cohen, Mike Sweeney.
Wow.
Marin might have been there.
It's just so funny to think you had trouble to see that. If you would have seen that show and think of how many people, and at the time people, it's the, only art. There was never a time that you could see a bunch of young rock stars at the same time. You know what I mean? Or young
Right.
hip-hop stars.
They don't all play the same club. Either.
Right.
It's like comics in general are pretty much all playing the same venues.
Yeah. This documentary on Gary Shandling is so.
Is it out yet? Or no?
I saw the early.
It's like a series, or
no?
is
It's 2 of them. It's 2 hours, and the thing is, Judd Apatow, and I do this thing with Judd and Sarah Silverman and Wayne Fetterman. Judd got his diaries. He kept journals. And you get to see him stuff like he's writing to his mom's like, Mitzi Shore is such an asshole. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I heard it took him years to get past there.
Yeah, years. She did not like him.
Yeah.
And she did not, and when the thing that she didn't like is that he was a successful TV writer. And he was like, he was writing like, Welcome Back Cotters and stuff like that.
You would think, like, now that would be, maybe not like a perfect credit, but you would go, at least.
My theory is she didn't want him to have any outside power. You know what I mean? She wanted all the comedians to say Mitzi is the one that brought me into the world. You know, Mitzi is the one to make this happen. But it's unbelievable documentary.
That's on HBO?
Yeah, it's going to be on HBO.
Cool.
You got the dates for that, Chris?
That's part 1 airs Monday, March 26th. Part 2 airs Tuesday, March 27th. For the Zen Diaries of Gary Shandling.
Cool. Here's the weird thing about Gary. And, you know, I'll get into this in the intro, but when you watch this, when he was a kid, he had a brother, and his brother had like cystic fibrosis. That's why they moved out to Phoenix. But his brother died, and his parents didn't tell him or bring up his brother again. It was just, they were so suburban that they were just like...
That's the saddest thing ever.
And he never talked about it with anybody. And this brother was like a year or so older.
How weird is that?
Yeah.
It's, to me,
It's really
it's
weird.
this, but it was like, you know, the late 50s, early 60s, and people just didn't like anything that wasn't pleasant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Don't bring it up.
You just don't bring it up.
But how
And
sad, like, you never get to speak about your brother again.
he didn't go to the funeral,
Oh my God, that's so heartbreaking.
and this is his best buddy as well as his brother. You know what I mean? You know how when brothers are close. So that is something that stayed in his fucking head all those years.
Yeah, of course.
Weird.
Yeah, it's the weirdest shit, man.
Weird.
Brilliant comic, though. Brilliant.
Very funny. Very funny.
Unbelievable series. Like the series.
Yeah, very underrated. You know,
Yeah.
even when he hosted the Tonight Show, I mean, he was funny, you know.
I was even wondering, it was the two people that were co-hosting, you know, permanent co-hosts, were him and Leno. And then Shandling is like, I got my other show. I'm going to, you know what I mean? This is too much. I can't come in here and not put 100%. But I always wonder if he could have beat Leno out for that spot. And then he also turned down the Letterman show when they offered him the show that Conan got. And he's like,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And he's
Why
like,
did he turn that down?
he said he didn't think he could do a good job every night. He goes, he always wants to be better than his last show.
Yeah, that's a different kind of, hosting a late night talk show, I mean, that's a different kind of a thing.
But doesn't it seem like for most people, whether they thought that they could do it or rise to the occasion, would take that just to see if they could? You know what I mean? Like,
there's only so many guys got a chance to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Shandling, seems like he was a very, like, prolific and creative guy. So, I mean, I never knew the guy, but it was like, I mean, like you said, 2 shows that he had, you know, where he starred, wrote, and created, I guess. You know? So, I mean, that's an insane amount of work. So if you have, like, that much to say, I guess, you know, of your own and not someone else's show, really. You know?
Larry Sanders is Pet Sounds to me. You know what I mean? In terms of that kind of comedy.
Yeah.
Like, really, you could say, oh, would there have been a 30 Rock if it wasn't for Larry Sanders? Because he did that kind of office. You know, there's a show over here, but it's really about the office. And
so many shows took from
Ricky
that show.
Gervais, you know, on and on and on.
And also we talked about the way, you would have celebrities, actors, or comics come on, play themselves and be an asshole.
Right,
like, now that's just like you would love to be able to, you know, anybody would go, oh yeah, I'll play in this thing, I'm a prick. But you would normally not want to do that
back
before
then.
then.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, that totally changed things.
Actually, you should even see how much there was a thing of they did like a director's thing of Larry Sanders, and they put so much work into that. And Alec Baldwin came back, and he and Gary got in the ring together. He and Shandling got in the ring and were sparring, and being kind of pissy with each other, you know. And this is like, who was thinking of that kind of shit then? Like, he was like, hey, he was saying to Baldwin, you tried to dominate me on the show when you did the show with me. You tried to dominate me. And Baldwin's like, yeah, that's what I do. You know what I mean? That's how I handle a scene.
And then they did a boxing match?
Yeah, they were boxing and sparring, and there was a really uncomfortable thing with him and Gervais. I don't know, I just think that Shandling was brilliant, man. Just and I think the reason I'm not is that when my brother died, my parents told me. I just think that if they would have kept it from me, that would have been my show. I would have been doing it.
So there's an upside.
Yes. To all pain, don't you think? Yeah. That's one of the things that's good about bullying, because the kids that get bullied go like, I'm going to do something with my life. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm going to do something to show all those idiots. What is it, Chris?
I want to say Drew Freelander's in studio. He'll be in Athens, Georgia, April 10th-ish. Atlanta, Georgia, 11th-ish, and on April 14th in Los Angeles in an unnamed, possibly new club.
I'm basically trying to not promote anything I'm doing. Is basically
Gotcha. It's the approximate tour.
Yeah, I'll be here somewhere around then. Just figure it out. Like Google it, man. Just look it up. You know.
April 18th in Vegas at the new Comedy Cellar at the Rio, 7 and 9 p.m. shows. And then April 19th through 21st in Austin, Texas for the Moon Tower Comedy Festival.
Yep. Yeah, I was just in Germany and Romania. I did some shows there. It was cool, man. I did a little TV movie in Romania for a week. And then I did, I just looked up, well, they gotta have a comedy scene here. I gotta look it up. And they did. And, so I did it. It was great, man. It was, so I did a guest set at the comedy club there. It was a really nice club. Kind of similar layout to the Cellar, kind of. Nice layout, good sound. And it was started by these, 3 comics. And, the audience didn't know what was going on. So they all perform in Romanian. And then they bring me up. So the audience has no idea I'm coming there. And it's 100% Romanian, the crowd. And show went awesome. Yeah, it was great. That was cool.
So great. Did they know your work?
Yeah, I think some of them do, from like 30 Rock and, you know, and some other stuff. And, so yeah, that was great. And I did their podcast. That was really cool. Yeah, they have a club called, Club 99.
Yeah.
It's in, Bucharest. That was great. And then I did, I just wanted to visit Berlin. I'd never been to Berlin, and I heard it's great. And I did, they have actually a pretty big English language comedy scene there. And I did, like 4 different shows there. And that was awesome. You know, just checking out the city and doing shows, so it was cool. Yeah.
And did the Berlin comics just kind of perform in Berlin, or are they traveling guys still?
Well, there's 2 different factions. There's 2 scenes there. There's the German language scene and then the English language scene. Because Berlin's one of those cities, it's sort of like, it reminds me of the East Village a little bit in like the 80s or 90s, where it attracts so many people throughout Europe and even the world who just want to do something different or something cool, because it's still cheap to live there.
Yeah.
A lot of artsy entertainment kind of people live there. And, so it's a cool city. There's no traffic. It's like, the subways are good. They're quiet.
Yeah. I had a friend who like picked up and moved there. She's like a modern dancer.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know how to speak German? And she's like, nah, I think I can figure it out.
Yeah, no,
and I was like, really? She just like lived there 2 years.
Pretty much everyone under 40 speaks English really well there. So yeah, it was cool. So I think there's some of the German guys, they tour throughout any countries that speak German. And then, the English ones, you know, I think they're, you know, most of them are newer comics, you know, and I think they want to like, you know, continue comedy, whether going back to the U.S. or to the U.S. for the first time or to England. So, yeah, so it was cool, man.
It is cool.
Yeah. So
I remember, I saw this thing with Robin Williams where he went over to Germany and he's being interviewed on German TV, and the interviewer says to him, you know, you're a stand-up comedian. We don't really have them here. And he goes, why do you think that there's more humor than there is in in America than there is in Germany? And Robin Williams goes, well, you killed them. And you're like, that was so quick and probably true.
Yeah.
At least chase them out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, but it was, you know, Berlin's got a fascinating history. I mean, besides World War II, the whole wall in Berlin is insane when you think of it, because they were they were trying to make sure, it's like World War II ended, and they're like, okay, we don't want Germany to do this again, so we'll split them up. But it was like several different countries who were in charge of splitting up Germany after the war. It was the U.S., England, France, and Russia.
Yeah.
And apparently Russia, they basically want to take over half of it and just make it Russian, which is what they did. And then the rest wanted it to be more low. Let's have real elections, real democracy. And Russia was basically like, no, let's not do that. So they put a line through the whole country. And then Berlin, which I didn't realize, all of Berlin is in East Germany. So, and then they split up Berlin. So within Berlin, you have a East Berlin and a West Berlin, but all of it is surrounded by East Germany. So the West Germans that were there, they were completely surrounded by East Germany. And then there's this wall that's put up through there, and it was there from like 61 to 89, and then they finally took it down, but just crazy. So because of that like economically fucked up the city. Mm-hmm. So that city, Berlin, still is so cheap to live in compared to the other big cities of Germany because it was fucked up for so long. Mm-hmm. So but as a result, it's a cool city and it's affordable.
Well, that's, Kennedy.
So we're going to split up New York. We're going to split New York up.
It would be perfect.
For 10 years.
Yeah, it would be perfect.
Economically, it goes bad, and then we take it down, and then it'll be cool again.
But, when Bowie and Iggy Pop went to Berlin, it was because, they couldn't there wasn't an outside thing. You could only fly into the city, and it worked great because they were both quitting heroin. So they're like, here's a spot that you can't get heroin easily into. So they felt, good about it.
I didn't know Bowie did heroin.
Oh yeah, Bowie did heroin in the early to mid 70s.
Oh.
I mean, but there was a while when you look at some of that early, like 75, he is so thin. I mean, he's the tiniest thing that you've ever seen in your life. And I used to see him back then. He would come out and just sing a couple songs, feel bad, and leave. We were all like, yeah.
Where was this? Where would you see him?
Philly. When he would tour through, yeah.
That's so cool.
And I saw him right up until the last tour that he did, and that was the healthiest I've ever seen him, right before his heart attack. Huh. He was the most professional, healthy-looking Bowie I'd ever seen, and at the end of that tour, he had a heart attack. Oh, you never know when the heart attack and who it's going to hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of healthy guys that get heart attacks.
I know.
Yeah.
You see that all the time. Where you're like, oh, yeah, I forgot.
You're the jogger.
Yeah,
You're the jogger who ate salads all the time.
Yeah.
They say the best thing that you could do is have just good genes. That's your best thing for keeping it together.
You're probably right on that one. Yeah.
Just be born into a really healthy family.
Yeah, so before you're born, just do a check on your parents and grandparents and just see.
And if you don't like it, just wait for the next one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Good advice, man.
Yeah, strong advice for unborn souls.
Yeah.
Chris, now, I don't know, did we ever tell you about Chris's genetic line?
I don't think so.
Chris, as of, 5-6 years ago?
Yeah.
He doesn't have a living relative, and I've never met another person. I mean, he doesn't have his parents.
I think I know some. Yeah.
No aunts, uncles, cousins?
Yeah, I think I might know one or two people that way. Yeah. It's crazy. That's a lot of responsibility.
It is.
And yet I think he feels none. You know what I mean?
Whatsoever.
Like, he feels like it's like he is tied to no man.
You don't think he feels like the last unicorn?
I know.
Hoping somehow to
the last of your species.
Interesting.
You have no interest of carrying on the Stanley name?
No.
And Gail, you said that has a name too, right?
It has a name. In the animal kingdom, you call it an endling when it is the last of the species.
I love that name.
Endling.
An endling is the last of a
Sounds
dying
like a new
species.
horror movie.
Yeah.
And so Chris is like the endling of the Stanley clan.
Interesting.
Unless he breeds.
Who do you have as your emergency contact? Just yourself?
I have my super.
No. Why can't it be one of us?
Romanian.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, God.
Great food in Romania.
Change it to us, please.
I mean, I don't mind if the super is there if something happens, if your pipes burst, but not your appendix.
I do.
Why wouldn't you use one of us in case you get hit by a truck?
I don't want to bother you guys with that. Right? He's used to me fucking texting at weird times.
Where do you live?
Astoria.
Okay. So why do you text him at weird times? Because just things happen?
Because something gets fucked up in the apartment.
And you're like, Radu, are you awake?
Radu, look.
Hey, Radu, get up here. I'm pulling this trigger right now. I'm ending this.
What's the last thing that got messed up the apartment?
Well, he had the last night, this is a while ago, but he had to come and install like an air purifier because my neighbor
Because you're smoking in
was
there.
being an asshole and saying that the smoke was going through a fucking brick wall. But she's just crazy in the head.
So he had to put an air purifier
How big
because
was it?
your air was so poisonous.
Like the size of a mini fridge. It's fucking gigantic. This fucking air purifier.
I'll tell you, New York still lives in this kid right here. This is, to me, old school New York.
You and David Tell should be like roommates or something. Because I was just talking to him. He's like moving and he's trying to find a building where he can smoke in it.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like, I don't know. It seems to me most buildings don't have a anti-smoking law. See, I don't smoke, so it'd be great if I lived in a building that was like no smoking.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So did you ever talk with the person who was complaining?
Oh, she would wait. So this was her fucking thing she would like to do. She'd sit in the.
First of all, I like your anger a lot.
It is. It's right
like
there.
It a lot.
Because she would sit in like the foyer of her apartment, listen for me to open my fucking door.
Yeah.
She'd hear my door close, and then she'd come out to put something in the recycling or fucking go to the trash chute.
Yeah.
And like, Chris, I smell you smoking cigarettes again. Yeah, I am smoking cigarettes. And he's like, maybe you should quit. And she would give me brochures, the fucking like what?
God.
I love this.
It was
She wouldn't say it bothers me or anything.
She would just act like she was worried about your health.
It'd be better if she was just honest and say, hey, can we work something out because it bothers me?
She's a crazy, passive-aggressive fucking maniac.
Yeah.
And then she called the fucking city to come in to give a talk to the entire building about the why smokers are bad and they shouldn't be like in buildings. And then they said something about called third-hand smoke, I learned.
Why don't you also say that you want to bring David Tell around to give the other side of this?
Well, counterpoint. I don't know that he's pro-smoking, but I know he smokes. But it's like, so maybe you should act like, you just never heard that it was bad.
Yeah.
Like just play it like, I didn't know.
Bad? What? How? How's it bad?
I told her I like doing it. I'm not going to stop. Is what I have to tell her. Like I'm not going to stop. Thanks, lady. But
you
just
should
fucking
make
stop talking to me.
a
fake website that debunks all the cigarette stuff. Or show her ads from like the 1940s with like Ronald Reagan smoking cigarettes where it says doctors recommend it.
Yeah.
He's the president.
And then you can be like, look, doctors recommend this stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
I love an old movie where a doctor is smoking a cigarette while he's talking to the patients. I'm really worried. I'm concerned about you.
They used to actually market cigarettes and say that it was good for you.
Yeah, stress reducer.
Yeah, and also, like, this is a type that actually soothes the throat.
Right.
It's better for you.
Because you have a filter on it.
You should just use that. You should get one of those old ads from the 40s and just slip it under her. I'm like I said, I don't smoke, but it's like, I don't like that. If she has a problem with it, she should do it in a more civil way, and instead of the passive aggressive.
She's not civil.
shit.
She's ambushing me every time I try to leave my apartment.
She seems nice, though.
No, she's not nice.
Tell me the truth. Is this your girlfriend?
No, I swear to God, this is my girlfriend.
Your girlfriend doesn't mind,
No, she smokes.
Oh, she
You
does.
should tell her. You should
Perfect
tell her
lady.
you're an endling.
Listen, this is it for me.
Yeah.
This woman is such a fucking asshole.
Is she from? Is she a Manhattan type person or a Queens type person?
She's more, I guess, Queens type. I think she's like a transplant. She's like in her 50s.
Oh.
Where's she from?
I don't know. I don't talk to her.
Get to know her a little bit.
I don't
Chris.
want to get to know her. I know she just brings in random hipster dudes, like fucking one after another, like a bunch of younger dudes she's sleeping
now
with. I have to hear
you're
her
slut
fucking,
shaming. That's
no,
slut
I'm not
shaming.
slut
It
shaming.
is.
I
She
have to
seems
hear
like
her
she's doing
fucking-
well for herself.
Yeah, she is doing well for herself.
It's Women's Day.
Yeah, I know.
Come
But
on.
That's right. It's International Women's Day.
It is.
Yeah. Happy International Women's Day.
Thank you so much.
We're in New York City. I deal with her sex sounds, and she can deal with my smoking.
That's so sad you don't have sex sounds, though. Just lonely.
They're both sucking. Dude, this should be a show like on New York One. Where it's
Dude, New York One should have a sitcom.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Yeah. But if we put together some...
That is a great New York story.
Yeah, it is. And just like people that can't stand each other that live in the same building.
You have to debate your neighbor or something.
Yeah.
I like that.
They're actually...
That'd be funny if maybe the reason why she has so many young dudes keep coming in is that they always want to have a serious relationship, but the young boyfriend can't take the cigarette smoke either. It's like, sorry, I can't date you. I think you're a smoker. And she's like, no, I'm not a smoker. It's the neighbor next door. And they're like, bullshit, you're lying. I know you're a smoker.
But she must look pretty good for 50, right? Bringing in all these young guys.
I mean, she's not terrible. I mean, she looks all right.
Get a picture of her tomorrow.
I think the two of you have something brewing here.
Yeah.
This is the beginning of like a Michelle Pfeiffer, Al Pacino romance.
I would love that. Where we like, don't they know that they're in love?
Dude, it's like a Gary Marshall movie written all over it, man.
I don't like this woman. She's made my life.
It's called Must Love Smoke.
Yes, because it's Act 1.
Must Love Smoke.
Dude, write that up. Like, at least do the trailer for Must Love Smoke.
Okay.
Please.
I'm going to start just creep shotting her. I wonder what's going on.
What do you think is more likely? She'll get you to smoke, or you stop smoking, you'll get her to smoke?
Smokeless in Seattle.
Oh, God, these are all great.
I think I'm going to get her to smoke. I think that's what I feel it's going to
And have sex with her?
You're saying this is like a Sandy Danny Zuko transition. You're not going to be better. You're bringing her down to your level.
Yeah, that's what I like.
This would make a great fucking movie. Let's be honest. This really would.
Because this has been going on for like 4 years now.
Well, of course.
4 fucking years.
Vincent D'Onofrio can play you.
Oh, I'd love that.
And her. He's going to play both parts.
He's that good.
I smell an Oscar.
Dude, I think this would be a really good indie movie, I think. This would be great.
I would love this. I would love this movie.
You can cast all these hot young actors as their boyfriends coming in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Bunch of young studs.
Yeah.
You sound a little jealous when you see her coming in with...
Yeah, maybe that's really what it is. It's starting to get to him.
It's surprise.
I think it's love. Yeah. You're jealous of those boyfriends. You're like, what about me?
Another young dude. This is weird. He's different from the last one.
Maybe she just is trying to find someone who would be as good as you, and she knows none of them match up.
There's too much hatred between us.
Yeah, but that's energy, man. That's passion.
Yeah.
That's how it gets started.
When there's nothing there.
Hate is
there's
the
no
foundation of love.
Absolutely.
I agree. Thin line between love and hate.
Uh-huh.
I mean, she works from home. That's also a problem she has.
Really? What does she do? She's a tobacco distributor? What does she do?
She's probably doing international sales, so she has to stay at home and do all the work. Yeah.
You know what she does?
I have no idea.
Prostitute, probably.
Probably, yeah. It's probably a...
That is working from home.
Yeah.
Dude, maybe she's a former smoker.
Normally, that's who gets the craziest about it.
Yeah, and then you might be able to convert her back, dude.
Yeah, I don't know if she used to smoke or not. That's
just
never
ask
come
her.
Up. And maybe I should get to know her a little bit.
Friendly with her. See what happens.
Yeah, you should be like, have you ever smoked yourself?
Don't you realize how fun it is?
And then how
fun?
Satisfying.
And then also say how much you charge for sex. I see these young guys coming in and out.
Yeah, or maybe you can be like, you can act like you're trying to quit, and if she can just help you, and then maybe that's how you get her in the apartment.
I would love that.
It's like I've been trying to quit for so long, but it's just so hard.
And then it seems like you guys are getting along so great, and then she sees you smoking with another woman, and she runs away. She's jealous, but she doesn't realize that's your long lost cousin. You're not an endling anymore. God. And when that's explained to her, she comes running. You try to run to her, but you're coughing because of the cigarettes in your lung.
I'm smoking 2 packs a day now.
I don't know. This sounds good, man.
I'm gonna love it.
This is like, I think this can be a series. This could be the first Netflix series sponsored by a major cigarette company.
I would love finally to get Marlboro involved in the business.
It's back on the screen again.
Yes, it's been since what, the 60s?
I think so, since it's on television.
If I was president, that's what I would do. I'd be like, we're bringing back cheeseburgers and cigarettes.
Enjoy.
Mandatory cigarette smoking for teenagers.
Judah Friedlander.
They look cool.
Yeah. America is the greatest country in the United States. That's available streaming now on Netflix. And Judah will be in Athens, Georgia, maybe the 10th of April, in Atlanta, maybe the 11th, and then April 14th in Los Angeles.
Yes.
April 18th in Vegas at the new Comedy Cellar at the Rio at 7 to 9 p.m. And then April 19th to the 21st at the Moon Tower Comedy Festival in Austin, Texas.
So great to see you, my friend.
Great seeing you guys.
Funny.
Yeah. It's awesome.
And we'll see you again.
I think
soon.
we got a movie deal.
Yeah, we got a movie deal. We'll see you at the premiere. That's next for us.
Fucking great. Thank you so much, guys.
The rest of you will see you again in 1974.
Ladies and gentlemen, the evening is over. We hope you all enjoyed yourselves, and we'll see you all again in 1974. Good evening!